Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Shepherd Trials. I'm Antonio D'Amico, your DM for today and for the foreseeable future, and these are my fantastic, beautiful, amazing, show-stopping, never seen before, not afraid to reference or not reference players. Hello.
Hi
Hello.
to you, Antonio.
Damn.
What an intro.
Get your hype man like Antonio.
Exactly. I'm here to hype you up. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? You might notice a difference, a disturbance in the force. There's something wrong. Meg is not with us. Meg died. No, she didn't.
What's wrong with you?
Antonio.
Just kidding. But right now, the news is going to be so much better because Meg is just sick. Meg is very sick. It's not Miss Rona, it's Miss Tonsillitis. But Miss Tonsillitis is quite a big, horrible sickness. So everybody on chat, I think that Meg is watching us because she sent us 1,000 messages.
Yeah, she's in there. Hi, Meg.
Yeah, she's in
we
there.
miss you.
So yeah, while we do that, can we get that title changed on the stream, real quick? Can that happen for us?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So while our support team is handling Discord title changes, we send our love to Meg, who is sick and could not accompany us today. Meg was extremely sad to miss what is going to be happening today. We're going to do the ball, the second half of the first trial in the Shepherd Trials. If you haven't been following along, please go ahead and check out our YouTube, where we just do that. You can check every single episode of the Shepherd Trials. You can catch up with us. You can see everything that has happened so far, and you get to see what happened up to today.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
that goes live on every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel. So
Sure
if you
does.
miss it today, you can watch it later on YouTube.
The links are down below. If you miss it today, if you can't stay up, that's perfectly fine. Go to bed, Grandma. We got you. We have you on the Discord channel. And other than that, we have a very specific and a very special stream today for two very good reasons. The first of these reasons is that today we don't have our operator. Everybody say hello to Kyle. Well, not say hello because he's not here with us, but I think he's watching the stream. So,
Yeah, see them in chat as well.
yeah, exactly. Kyle is our dear operator. Kyle has been the person that has been manning the camera while we've been streaming with our platform, But today we don't have Kyle. I'm flying solo today because I wanted to show you, and we wanted to show you, what it looks like to DM a session. It's not a combat heavy session today. It's not a combat at all session today. So I think it was the best moment to show you what it actually takes to DM in Multiverse. What does that look like? How does it go with me going through levels? And that's what we're going to be showing today. So that's why it's interesting.
excited.
Very exciting to show you. And the second reason why it's a very important and very exciting session today is that we are offering as a little bit of prize for finishing almost the first part of the trial and vanquishing the Royal Manticore. We're offering 1 year of Discord Nitro. You heard that right, folks.
Discord
One-
Nitro. Pew, pew, pew.
One whole year of Discord Nitro for one lucky Discord member of our Discord. Our Discord is popping. We just reached an insane number of followers that I believe is 4K.
We reached 4,000
Okay, yeah.
members of the Discord, and as a big thank you to everyone who's been showing up to the stream, showing up to games, whether as a player or a GM, a designer, all of it, we want to say our own thank you and hand out Discord Nitro for everyone who's been tuning in there and with the Shepherd Trials so far.
Exactly.
How do they get Discord Nitro?
Well, one of you will get Discord Nitro. You did say it. Everybody there. I don't know if we're
Not
doing
everyone.
that.
The one.
One lucky person will get
Just the
Discord
one.
Nitro because Discord Nitro is quite a lot of money for 1 year. But one of you will get Discord Nitro. It's very easy. At the end of the stream, I will say a code word. I don't know what that code word will be. We will find out in the stream, just whatever we think is funny. I think that's what we said.
Yes.
And you will have to work that code word into a sentence, right? And post that as a message in our Discord channel. You can use a general channel for that. You can just, I don't know, if the code word is leafy plant, you can be like, wow, my leafy plant is growing very strong today. And that lets us know that you've watched the stream for the whole way through and you are in the running to win that coveted Discord Nitro
That isn't the
description.
secret word, by the way. That's an example of secret
That's not
word.
the
You have
secret
to
word.
wait
That's just an
until
example. That's
yeah.
me being helpful with examples. Did you get that? Fantastic. Did our stream title change? Are we good?
Yep.
Are we good?
Yes,
too?
we're all set.
Fantastique. Well, without further ado, let's get into the Shepherd Trials. End of the first trial. Woo woo woo.
All right, and we're done.
And we're done. That was a good stream, everybody. So, last time on the Shepherd Trials, our heroes came into their first, very first trial in the Shepherd Trials. They had to fight a royal manticore, and that went as good as you could expect with this group. It went actually pretty well. They traveled through the Mubal.
Okay.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Everyone lived. But they traveled through the Mubal jungle. They tracked the manticore into a derelict, abandoned temple to a deity that did not quite understand. They fought monkeys. They fought spirit practitioners of an old religion. And they fought, of course, the royal manticore and its acolytes, the mark for the very first trial. And now we found our heroes after a very tough battle where 2 of them fell unconscious and 1 of them felt charmed. We found our heroes right at the end of that fight. And that's it. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we did last time. So, without further ado, Squad E, what would you like to do? Well, the remainder of Squad
You
E.
guys, are you guys good? What's everybody at right now?
0.
Right now, Nebia, you find yourself with Joy being the only 2 members of Squad E that are standing. Joy seems to be recovering from a charmed effect that the Manticore put on them. You seem to be the one in the best shape. You see as Zala is standing unconscious and as Leon is also standing unconscious. You see as Cujo seems to be fine, but it seems to be pretty tied to Zala's orders, so it's not like, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem very helpful at the moment.
Okay, there's no danger around us. Like, everything is done, defeated.
The
We're
acolytes
good.
of
Is
the
anyone's getting up besides me?
The acolytes of the Manticore seem to be coming to consciousness pretty much at the same time as Joy the charm leaves Joy's body, and they seem to speak in Elven. Do you speak Elven? I think you do. You speak Elven, right?
Nebia speaks Elven. I'm half elf, yes.
Fantastic. In that case, you do hear them have a very basic conversation, are you all right? What happened? That doesn't seem to be like a very, you know what I mean? They're not waxing poetic. They just woke up from God knows how long of a charm spell.
And I can't assume they mean ill will towards us at this point. They were under the Manticore spell. Can I reach back out to them in their language, and kind of a broken Elvish. I ask if they can help my friends.
You see, as they turn towards you, there's a look of recognition in their eyes. Like they understand. Like as soon as you spoke Elven, they saw you as someone that could communicate with them. Can you make an insight check for me?
For sure. 19.
With a 19, that's really good. With a 19, you do realize that this person is not this is not the type of end of spell where they don't know where they are. They seem to be pretty conscious of what has been happening this far. So they know who you are, and they know what they just did. At your request for help, they look at each other for 1 second, they look at their wounds, and they motion you over. This one here.
Okay. And they're injured themselves as well, right?
They seem to be not extremely injured, actually. There's one that fell unconscious. The other one you see as they resuscitate him very easily by using a specific object that they have in their hands.
Okay.
They motion you over.
I walk on over.
Very silently, they just say thank you, and they hand you a rosary. You see, as just rosary beads. It's just like a necklace composed of different beads tied by a simple string. The rosary beads are wooden, but they seem to be intricately carved with something. Just carved with complex designs that look very similar to the sigils that you found throughout the temple, if that makes sense.
When we looked at those sigils before, and I investigated the runes, I did roll pretty high on those. I think I did roll like a 20. So would I recognize how to make use of these beads?
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Okay. 22, baby.
Ooh, 22 BB. With a 22, you recognize that. You recognize this actually because it is a spell that you know. It seems like there are 4 rosary beads here that cast Cure Wounds. So this is a spell. Oh, thank God. This is something that gives you the ability to cast Cure Wounds 4 times a day with one action. I think that it's a mix of you understanding the spell and this person teaching you how to do it. I think that they show you how to concentrate on a single bead and that being used to cure.
I immediately bring over the beads to Zala, to Leon, and in the best way I can string this sentence. Elvish is not something Nebia's practiced in quite a few years. I sincerely thank them and hope that it comes through my body language, even if I can't really get it through with my words.
For 1 second, you see as their hand reaches towards your shoulder and they take it away. They just give you a solemn nod and they walk over to the person that they were with a second ago.
Okay. Hey guys, Hey Cujo, you up and running yet, bud? I've never been so glad to see you.
Do you use the necklace to use Cure Wounds then, I'm guessing?
Yep, I'm casting Cure Wounds on Zala now. Let's see here.
Go ahead. You have
that is an 11.
That is an 11 points of health. Zala, the blackness of unconsciousness leaves your body as a pinprick of light grows into a sun ray, and you're brought back. That was a beautiful sentence that I came up with just now. Wow.
I'm very proud of you, bud.
Thank you. I have to tell that to myself.
Everything hurts. He's just laying on the ground looking up at Nebia.
Ouchie, my bones.
I reach down and kind of grip our forearm a bit and help you get into an upright position.
Thank you. Okay, I think I just cracked bones that didn't know it cracked. Okay,
I'm sorry.
We won?
Yeah, it's done now, I hope.
Thank
The
goodness.
elves ran off. They left us these cool beads though, so why don't you take these over to Leon? I'm gonna check on Joy.
Okay, give me a sec. I'm just gonna go over. He's gonna take the bead and go over to Leon. This is
Leon, you good?
level.
Did you turn yourself invisible? Oh my God, it's Peter Mallard.
What's the Cure Runes roll again?
It's Cure Wounds. I think it's a D8 plus your wisdom. Is that right?
1d8 plus yes.
No.
My wisdom.
No, 1d8 plus. I see a +5, so I think that's
Depends on the item, right? If it's your spellcasting ability, then for Zala it would be intelligence, but I don't know. Depends on the item.
Okay, let me check. You said +5. I will let you do with your spellcasting ability. If you don't have a spellcasting ability, it's wisdom.
Oh, I do. Yes, with my intelligence then.
Cure my wounds in a smart way, Zala, please.
Let's see how much I roll. So I rolled max on the die, so 8 plus intelligence for 12 plus proficiency, right?
No. Just like the 8 plus your intelligence modifier.
Okay, so 12.
With that, I think that's all. The actual Cure Wounds that comes from the Rosary is different slightly from Nebia's. I think that Nebia came with a puff of a sweet aroma, and yours comes with the smell of chalk and dusty toes.
Makes sense.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Hey,
Leon
Leon,
shoots
you okay?
immediately, like hand in hilt, looking around. Is it gone?
Yeah. I didn't see the end. I also passed out, but I'm guessing Joy or Nebia finished it off.
Good. Ooh, that was intense. Well, that means we finished the trial?
Yeah. Well, this part of the trial anyway.
First part. Yeah. Oh, okay. Is it just me, or was this harder than we were expecting?
This is exactly as hard as I thought it was gonna be, if I'm gonna be
Really?
honest. Yeah.
I must be used to an easy life then. I guess that makes sense.
I mean, shepherds do some pretty tough jobs. I feel like they have to, test us through, throw us into the flame early, just kind of get us ready.
Well, at least next time we can be prepared a bit more, huh? We went into the fight without knowing very well what each other did, and we didn't strategize like Joy said. Speaking of which, we should check on them, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, the manticore did something really weird to Joy.
Oh, okay.
Nebia,
Oh yeah, I think you were unconscious when it happened.
you went to check on Joy.
Yep.
Yeah, how she was taken over by the manticore.
Oh god, I have to do this, I guess.
could-
Yeah.
Is she recovered from it at all?
Yes, it seems like the
she's
charm
one
spell.
as
I'm not even gonna make you roll with that because you do use charms. It doesn't seem like she's under a charm spell. It seems like she's just a little bit taken by what just happened.
Yeah, understandable. And I'm not gonna lie, I hesitate to approach her a bit because, well, the last time she was swinging our way, and from a bit of a distance, I'm like, Joy, can I take a look at that wound over there?
Oh,
Are you
it's
good?
all good. Oh, it's all. I'm very happy.
God.
Oh, it's all good. Oh, dang,
Antonio.
dang it, Nabbit. Oh, Beans. That manticore sure did a number on us. Oh, Beans. Oh, bother. Oh, boy. Well, I don't wish to dwell more on that. We are quite late, and it is a time trial. We should really get going.
You cannot come for my Joy.
You're so
Meg, if you're
right.
watching, I love you.
Joy, you sound different. You sound like
Yeah, Joy,
I don't know,
why don't you go
like
lay
an
down?
ex-college professor for some reason.
What did you say?
You sound like a former college professor for some reason. I can't
Shut the hell your mouth.
Joy, you sound like a Spanish man impersonating an optimistic woman.
It's part of the charm spell. I have become more charming now.
All right, let me just cast cure wounds.
You don't have you gave the rosary to Zala.
Oh, sure. Zala, I'm gonna need your a little help over here.
Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm pretty sure I heard a Spanish man, so I'm coming.
We can't go the whole
Oh
trial.
no,
Yeah, I'm gonna come
Okay.
over and cast I cast heal wounds and cure wounds on them.
And as the healing energy comes through, the smell of chalk dust and dusty tomes, the wounds on Joy close back up.
She gets 11 HP.
Oh, whoop-de-doo, she says.
You do.
it's amazing. This is a real lesson in like how character voices
Oh.
can really pull you out of the fiction.
Whoop-de-doo. Oh, boy, I feel stronger than ever.
She says.
I would say cameras are out, by the way.
Cameras are out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it in chat, but I don't think you
Good,
saw it.
Zoom chat.
Oh, that's really weird. Because I did that just like ages ago. Let me go to the BRB screen, and we'll be back in just 5 seconds after we get
Yep.
taken care of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're back. Can you see our beautiful, beautiful faces? Shout if you can. Scream if you can. Scream if you can. They can. You can see us. We love you. Thank you so much for telling us. Sorry about that. The pains of not having an operator with us ail us still to this day. But as you were saying,
R.I.P. Kyle.
R.I.P. Kyle. Rest in pieces. You were talking, you guys. Sorry for the interruption.
Oh yes,
No,
I
you
just
were talking.
gave her. Yeah, you were talking. I gave her 11 points of healing. You said yippity doo.
As the one screen she says like whoop-de-doo, I'm
Whoop-de-doo,
healed.
that's it.
Yeah.
Wow, Joel, you sound 100%. We
I
probably
feel
should get on.
100%.
We should probably. Well, I'll be honest. I'm in a little bit of pain
Let's get out
still,
of here.
but we should probably get out.
Yeah.
I don't think we
are
have
the
time to
elves-
rest.
Are the elves
No.
okay?
They seem to be doing okay. They seem to be patching their own wounds, and when you look at them, they give you one hand. Like they just raise one hand, and they're off.
Yon just goes to the head of the group, just turns to them. I swear we would stay in chat and tell you what this all means, but we don't really have time, so we're gonna go. Is that okay?
They you see as this one is healing his companion, he just gives you a grave nod. There's a thank you implied there, and they go back to tending to their own wounds.
Awesome. Good luck.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And,
I feel like we should probably tell the shepherds when we get back about. I feel like this is something that intervene in, and now that we're finished with the trial part of it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Can you guys click on the portal from there, or do you have to go all the way up?
Let's
No, you can click on it.
Yeah, we can click on it.
Where?
It's
Yeah.
right
Is
from
that-
where we came from, right?
Yeah, exactly.
back
the beginning
to
of
the
it.
jungle.
So, you make
Oh,
your
we
way.
can see it. Oh, that's the cool.
Fantastic. You can see the whole thing. Yes, exactly. You make your way through the same dungeon that you came in. Now knowing where you're going, it is much easier to proceed through the way. But the rest of the way, and to symbolize the amount of time that you have, like that will take you to go back, we will make a roll. Nabi, are you good? There you go.
Yeah, I'm good.
Basically.
I was just like looking at the actual map.
Okay.
It was really cool.
Oh, thank you. It will take you 20 minutes. It has taken you 20 minutes to get into the temple proper. That was like the way up to the temple was 20 minutes. If you don't remember, that's fine. We said that like 3 episodes ago. 20 minutes into the temple, the whole temple has taken you 1 hour and 10, which means that you have 30 minutes left. You need to make a roll right now to see how quickly you can get through the mobile jungle and back to the portal that took you here. So I need one of you to roll a survival check.
I am not very wise.
Ooh. Survival. I can take this one.
Can I help?
I think I
Can I
don't need
help
the
then?
help.
Oh, you
19.
don't need it.
Okay, you did it? Nebia?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Are you helping Zala? Or
I mean, I'd like to. You know,
no,
I might
go ahead
get
and roll
that
again.
20.
I wait for the day that Sarah's rolls stop being so high, just so I don't feel that bad. But it just never comes.
it will never come. It will never come.
I'm carrying this team on my back. Please heal me. Because
Did you roll the second
heal
one?
me
Or
like
are we,
I did not
Are we
heal
waiting,
you.
or did you roll the
Hey,
second?
did you roll a second roll,
Yeah.
Sarah?
Oh, I need to roll 2. Okay,
No.
my bad.
Yeah. You never know. You might get a nat 20.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not it. Ignore that. That's not it. That's not
Okay.
Oh, wrong one.
What was it called? Okay.
19. Well,
19.
No,
again.
it's 19.
Alright.
It's meant to be. Yeah.
it was meant to be. With a 19, actually, let me discover you the rest of the zone that you're currently standing in.
Dun, dun.
Ooh.
You do find your way extremely quickly. You make your way through the mobile jungle in a very quick time. You get your way in around 10 minutes. Through here, and going down
Ooh.
into the portal.
I guess it makes sense because I was also the one who spotted them.
You
right
did.
from the
You were the
start.
first one that did
Yeah.
the very first. So, without further ado, do you guys wish to proceed into the jungle? and back
Yeah.
towards the Shepherd Mounds.
Was there anything we had to get to like prove that we got through it?
Yes, you did. But I was gonna be mean enough to not let you do it. Yes, you
Oh.
had to. Yeah. You had
I want
take
to
a
run
look.
back.
You want to run back?
Run back and take one of the spines
Okay.
of
It will
the-
take some time. Yeah. Okay. For the sake of brevity, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Oh, survival.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, I was gonna enhance ability Zala if it's single, just running back alone. Just gonna cast enhance ability and let him go.
Okay.
What does that do?
It gives you advantage on.
One spike.
I have to choose a stat.
Yeah.
So I guess
Okay,
for
so
running
the-
it would be strength, but I don't know, bit meta. But if Antonio lets me, I'll do wisdom.
Because you went back to find something, I will let you do wisdom. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't a race.
Yeah.
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 I could feel Joy yelling at me in the distance.
Guys, we need to
Okay.
move quicker, she says as she's waiting there.
Sorry.
I hate you for doing this to her. She doesn't deserve this.
17.
Listen, I'm doing a fantastic job.
19.
And I will hear none of it. With a 19, okay.
I haven't rolled with advantage. Let's see if I
You
get
rolled
higher.
it. Oh,
Nope. Okay, yeah.
nope, that's an 11.
So
With a 19, you do see, as Leon touches you, you feel that your eyes shifting into, like, the image seems sharper. And you do see specific, like, things that you didn't notice before. You see as water is running through the cracks of the temple as you blitz past it. You know the way by now. You've done it twice. You managed to reach into the manticore, and with a 19, you managed to extract a golden spike. Let me actually give it to you really quickly. You do a little dance because you're happy. You manage to extract that golden spike from the tail of the manticore. As you do extract it, you see as a dark, viscous, poisonous substance starts to pool in the socket of the spine. That's what you managed to avoid with your survival check.
Ooh. That was a close one.
Ooh, we are all out of healing. Thank God.
And then
You know
I'm
what it
gonna
kind of looks like?
What?
It kind of looks like. Do you guys remember those Chips bugles? The ones you put on.
Oh,
like,
that when you put your
fingers
fingers like
Oh,
claws, yeah.
and- Looks a little
Oh.
like that.
There you go. Don't do that because you will die. But yeah, fantastic, Zala. You do manage to retrieve one of the golden spikes from the manticore. Now that you have it, I will say that has put you back 10 minutes, a good 10 minutes at least.
Okay,
That's fair.
then let's run.
Let's run.
Run!
Fantastic. Go ahead. I'm not gonna carry you.
Let's
And
get
you make your
the
way
fuck out of here.
through the portal.
Haha.
And as you do,
How do we look, Antonio?
you look awful.
Are we like landing in style?
I think that as you cross into the portal, first of all, it's deafening. For a moment, your ears ring as you cross through this magical portal because you went from noises of the forest to it's like hitting the sound barrier. Your ears ring. The noise is deafening. The noise of the Colosseum makes like the mobile jungle seem like a silent library. You see the crowd of people chanting and screaming at you. As you look down to answer your question, you don't look great. You've been running, you've been sweaty, you seem rough. Zala, you
Yep.
spot something out of the corner of your eye. I need you to roll an Arcana check.
I can't.
Dun dun.
16.
With a 16, okay. I don't know if you remember this, Drac, but Zala remembers that when he entered the portal, he saw a little ball that drifted into view and out of view into
Yeah.
thin air. Now that you get a second look at it, you do recognize this as a very specific type of magic item. It's called a seeing eye. It's a sort of construct that is made by one person to see through it. It's actually based on it's a technological version of the traditional hag eye that hags create when they're in a coven, this is a technology-based application of that same magic. You can also project what the seeing eye sees into different surfaces to see for several people. You now recognize this as something that has been following you through the trial. And yes, you manage to reach the Colosseum. You see as right in front of you, Ivo, you see as a smile fades and he composes himself and he just gives you a courteous nod, and the cheers from the crowd deafen you as you see the same arena that we saw before. But this time, you see your rivals on the other end, except for one of them. At the very top of your arena, you see Joaquim with a very similar golden spike upon the table of Alfonso, the free lieutenant. You see as he turns towards you and flashes you one of his big smiles, and he just taps his wrist to kind of taunt you that you're right first. Squaddy.
Oh my god.
They're waiting for you. What do you wish to do?
He's gonna run over. So I was gonna run over to place the spine on the desk as well.
Oh my gosh.
Fantastic. You do so? Do you do it in a specific way?
Slam it down!
I think I was going to very delicately set it down because this is a very interesting, cool item that he honestly would like to keep afterwards. But right now, he has to give it back, give it to the shepherds.
As you do.
Nevia, as if she's the one holding the horn way back in the corner, is acting like she threw it down like a football.
You're like this, like touchdown. Zala, you put the spike gingerly down on the table. You see as Lord Alfonso takes both of the spikes in both of his hands. You see as he examines the sort of like hollow vein that pumps poison into the spike itself. He examines for 1 second, poison still oozing from the very tip of the spine, and he gives you both a nod and a big flashy smile. And you see as from south of the arena, a scholar rises through the stairs and takes both of the spikes. Do you mind settling yours down, Zola?
I don't think I can in cinematic mode.
Oh, there you go. Good to know. Can you not? It's all good.
There you go. Yeah.
You see as the scholar takes both of them. You recognize him as a scholar because of the blue robes and the blue sash and cape. They seem to be pretty high up. You see as they give a courteous nod to Lady Mirabella, and they proceed downwards and lost to view. Fantastic. You see as upon giving you upon the scholar receiving the manticore spine, Alfonso then clears his throat and once again taps a pin on his lapel. You see as his voice now booms across the whole Colosseum, and he says, "The two Squire squads are victorious in their very first round. Let the real trial begin. Squires, join your squad leaders in the antechambers. We're having a ball shoot. See you." And he shows you towards the different. She shows you towards your leaders.
Head back down to meet the rest of the group.
Fantastic.
Nevia goes up to Ivo and is kind of like, sweating, tired, filthy from the forest. There's like twigs in her hair. And I'm like against Ivo's leg and be like, "I never thought I'd see your gorgeous beardy face. We missed you so much, Ivo."
I was happy for a second. Well, he takes a minute and he says, "You did good. Ready for the ball?"
We did good, guys. We did good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He thinks.
Okay. We're going. We're leaving. Okay. He's just.
I told you didn't need to worry, Ivo. Like as he walks away, he says, "I told you you didn't need to worry."
I'm worried.
Oh no.
And he walks away. Do you guys join him?
Yep.
Oh,
Fantastic. Go ahead.
Leon, you good, bud?
Well, we got lost, didn't we? They got here first. It's a bit annoying, but you know, just need to do better in the ball.
Challenge ain't
Huh?
over yet. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, maybe still hope, huh?
I'm not going to be pessimistic yet.
You don't have to. Fantastic. You make
Oh
your
wait,
way.
we owe them a drink, don't we?
Apparently, you have said so already, but you haven't won the trial. You have one
yeah,
half of the
so-
trial to do.
You said 1.5 to try. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
The
Do
important.
we want to get drinks with them if they beat us in that part?
I mean, they're nice. I don't see why not.
And we
I'm
kind
sure
of
they'll hold
promised,
their
right?
end of the bargain. And yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh.
You make your way towards
Here
the
we are.
antechamber that you enter the trial in. It is way more solemn. You do hear like certain bits and pieces of the conversation before you, but it feels like a welcome respite from like the cacophony of sound aggressing, like that huge amount of like just constant screaming that was the Colosseum just before. Here it seems quiet, and you see as Ivo has kind of like gained more of his composure, and he just says, "Well, congratulations. I am surprised and happy that you're back. It's time for the ball. This whole thing was just leading up to the ball. The ball is the important part. We got that?
Oh, okay, yeah.
The ball's the important part.
Well, the ball is where
We
it decides
almost
who wins.
died in there.
Well, that's a shepherd's better butter. That's not the important part. The important part now is the ball. It's the actual. That's what each of the lieutenants decides to do. Alfonso chose a ball, so if you want to impress him, gotta win the ball.
Oh.
Good.
Huh.
We've got this.
How?
Leon's a pro.
question? Ooh, you just said that, and now I'm asking a question. Kind of feels odd, but I'm gonna.
I
ask
mean,
it
actually,
regardless.
I feel like people who are truly wise know that there are.
Okay,
things they
what's the
don't know.
question?
So that sounds like that's the spirit. How is the ball the important part? Isn't it just supposed to be like meeting people?
Oh no,
Do we
no.
need to convince someone?
Yes, the ball will decide. In the ball will be decided who wins the trial. Hunting the manticore would just allow you to progress onto the ball. So I don't know much about fancy dances, but this is basically how it works. And for the sake of our viewers and for the sake of our players, here is how the ball is going to work. The ball is supposed to be a high-stakes social encounter. You know how in D&D combat is a huge thing? This is if roleplay was a huge deal. So, how the ball is going to work is it's going to be divided into what I call 5 waltzes, right? Let me actually use the objectives here to kind of give you a vibe of what that is. So the ball is going to be divided in 5 waltzes. If you look towards the right side of your screen, you will see waltz and a little like dot there. Do you see it?
Yep.
Every time a waltz
little
passes,
marker.
yeah.
Mhm.
Every time a waltz passes, I will do this. And do you see how it's descending? If you
Ooh,
mouse
yeah.
over it, you will see that it has 4 out of 5. Okay? Fantastic. Each waltz, during each waltz, you can take 1 action. Each one of you can take 1 action. That means that Nebbia and Leon can take completely different actions during 1 waltz. You can take the action to listen, which means a perception check or a stealth check if you want to do so covertly, where you can listen in on conversations and try to ascertain information about a person. So basically, you're trying to try to like see what one person is talking about, to see what their whole vibe is, what they care about, how would be the best way to approach them, right? You can choose to impress them. That is the second action. Impressing them is based on what you know they like. You may choose to do something to impress them. Imagine if someone is really into battles and fighting, maybe you choose to have like a mock sword fight. Or if someone cares about spectacle, maybe you want to do a big spell, you want to set something on fire, I don't know. You need to come up with something that would impress that person. I, as a DM, judge if that feels like something that they would be impressed by, right? And then I make you make a check to see, depending on what you did, it would be a different check. But then I make you make a check to see what kind of, how well you do to impress this person, right? And the very last action is called dance. And dance is, of course, a dance. It comes with a performance check. And during that performance check is the only time where you can be alone with one person to try to convince them. Convince them of what? Well, let me tell you. There's going to be 4 people to convince. Your goal during the ball is to convince one of these 4 people. There is Lord Mahmoud Aboud. He is called the Die Duke. He discovered a very famous and valuable die called It's the Bluest Die in the World, and that propelled him to untold riches. He married into nobility. He's not from nobility itself, but he married into it, and thanks to his wealth is now one of the key players in the die market of Porgamello. And he's set to enjoy pomposity and a good show. You have Lady Candela DiMarco, sorry about that. Here she is. She is the first, she's called the first prima donna because she was the very first person to sing in the Porgamello opera. She is now retired and trains hopeful singers and hopeful opera singers in the art of opera. And she's known to be extremely severe with her pupils and anyone that she encounters. The third person is Sir Alex Goldworth. And they are the heir to the famous Goldworth family. Alex showed prowess in the arcane arts from a very, very young age. And after becoming the youngest graduate of the University of Porgamello, their magical talents continued to grow. And now they spent all their life in academia working on formulating new spells. And the very last person that you need to convince is Count Fabriel of Towers. He is a famed combatant. He's fought alongside many illustrious shepherds in battles all over the world, and his family has a small personal army at their disposal known for their prowess in the battlefield. So he's more of like a general / war person. These 4 people are the people that you need to convince. Of course, you need to convince a majority of them to win the trial. While you are doing this, the rival team is doing the exact same thing. Your goal is to convince as many dancers as possible to vote for you so you can win the trial, okay? And in order to convince them, you can take one of the 3 actions mentioned above. So, to make it super clear, let me list them here. I will just use objective to say the first one is you can listen.
Interesting.
You can impress. And you can... did I call it impress before? I don't want to mix them. Yes. And you can...
You said dance.
No, I called it impress and then dance.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Fantastic. So, just so you guys remember, here are the 3 actions that you can take, okay? In each one of these walls, you can take one of these actions. As I said, 1 action per person. So Nebia can listen while Joy dances, while Leon impresses, while Zala listens again. You know what I mean? Each person can take a different action. However, after each one of these waltzes, there's an intermission where you can reconvene and share information. Okay. I know that's a lot, but I think it's going to be really fun. Was that clear to you?
That's clear.
Yes.
Find in due time.
Huh? Okay, fantastic. Ivo finishes his explanation. And he says, well, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Oh, one last thing. And he looks at your dress for 1 second. He's like, oh, I'm glad that you got this. Give me 1 second. I must have put it somewhere. And he produces 4, I wouldn't say little. I would say they are the size of a shoebox or around the size of a shoebox. 1 second. There you go. He produces 4 small boxes. They are... they're beautiful. They are like carved, like intricately carved in dark, rich wood, and he just gives them to you.
Can
Thank
we
you. A
open
box.
it?
There's so many things I can put in this box. I've had so many tools just lying around in the inn. I feel
Open
like
the
I need
box.
some kind of story. Oh, okay. It's gonna open. It's gonna open the box.
I'm shaking it around like a
Stop
Christmas
it.
box.
Say,
I'm
hey,
trying to
hey, hey, hey,
decide.
hey, no shaking the gift. A lady came up to me, very concerned as to what you were wearing, and she told me to give you these. You should be thankful.
Oh,
What's her name?
Was this lady olive toned by any chance?
Yes,
And by olive toned, I mean literally green olives.
she is an orc. Yeah, she was an orc. She was wearing a very pink dress and a very pink hat.
Oh, we have to say thank you to her.
Looks like you caused an impression, Zala, huh?
I mean, yeah, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good friends.
Are you opening
Okay.
the box?
Yeah, he's opening. the
Yeah,
box.
well,
Inside,
immediately,
you
like, rip
find
it open.
a beautiful and very tasteful assortment of clothing. You see, as it tends to skew towards whites, that is the fashion in Porcamelo, I think some like high society. But everyone seems to be relatively happy with what they got. Nothing seems out of their style. As a matter of fact, you can go ahead and change your clothing as to whatever you wish to do to come into the ball.
Ooh.
And Meg has
Let's
been so
go.
kind to tell me to make me a joy that is in her ball clothes. So I'll do that now.
Heck yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
Oh, look at you. Look at her. So cute.
All right.
Are you guys
Ooh,
changing?
Exciting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
describe Joy's with
I-
you. Yeah. I'm gonna say that Joy is wearing like a floor length gown with a bright pastel sash that goes from one shoulder down into almost the ground but ends in little tassels, and it seems to be, one second, I'm zooming in to catch all the details. Yes, it seems to be like gathered at the waist and given some shape by like a pale yellow sash. And the side slit in the dress is noticeable, I will say, Meg. That is an impressive side slit on that dress. Oh, look at you, Zala, you look so cute. What are you describing? What are you wearing, Zala?
Yeah, so Zala's wearing a very, I guess for him, very ornate outerwear kind of top. It seems more like almost like a coat of some sort, where it wraps around his front half up to like maybe just over, just up to his shoulders. It's a deep green with gold accenting a gold hemming around the, gold accent around the hem with, I guess almost like checkers on one side. Is very asymmetrical, and he loves it. He's wearing some very clean, especially for him, very clean dress shoes and just dark brown pants. But his outerwear, his top, it reaches down to his just below his knees, so you can't really see much of it.
Leon. Sorry.
Yeah.
Leon,
Mm.
you're terrifying.
Yeah.
You're overtaken by
Leon. Leon is
Someone is
very-
wearing the same thing that you're wearing in a different color.
I know. No.
Well, one of you has to change.
One
He
of
wasn't
us
impressed
has to change.
by the lady. He wasn't impressed by the lady before when we visited first because of the tacky establishment, and now seeing that she had the audacity to send two of the same outfit, just changing the color, is like, this is unacceptable.
And clearly
This is-
Zala's one is better as well. Like, it's just a nice set of colours.
Very- but as he puts it on, the only solace he finds is that at least his is white with delicate silver patterns all along, embroidered delicately all over the coat. It has a neck piece while Zala's doesn't, with a little ruby encrusted in it, and just feels more clean as he's gaining courage to say something to Zala as he kind of inspects himself. All right, it's fine. It's fine as long as I wear it better, and I think it's what's been happening, so it's okay.
Fantastic. After a crisis has been averted, Nebia, you look so cute. What are you wearing? Nebia looks so cute.
I'm not cute, I'm dashing.
Okay, sorry.
Dashing.
Look
so-
very dashingly cute.
Dashingly cute, exactly.
So for me, I have two simple layers on, but the details is what really makes this fabric feel very fine, very rich. She has this long white, very breathable and breezy silk dress with a second layer over it of a sort of like pinkish brownish color, reflective of like her father's cultural background. She has taken her same scarf. It came with a scarf, but she swapped it out with her own scarf and wrapped it around her waist to give it a bit of a cinch. And along it comes a bit of a gold trim. So as she walks, you hear a little bit of like this tinkling sound of coins.
Beautiful. Well, you look fantastic. Every single one of you looks fantastic. You see, as Ivo seems to be impressed. He looks at one of you for a second, takes a minute, and then kind of composes himself. He says, "Well, it won't be long now. We're gonna be called soon. Are you ready? Do you need some time to discuss, or?"
I think I'm ready.
I have one. Well, we should discuss at least a little bit of strategy, and also I have one
yeah.
final question for you, if you don't mind. How long is the ball?
The ball will be around. Well, it's 5 waltzes. Whatever 5 waltzes takes. Why?
5 minutes per waltz plus intermission. 1 hour-ish.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay,
Is there a
Just-
reason?
just to know. Might have a trick up my sleeve, just make sure we win.
Okay. Well, don't
Is
cheat.
this what Ivo's wearing to the ball?
This is a uniform.
Okay. Give me something, Ivo. Anything.
I cleaned it this morning. Okay.
Right?
He goes towards the door, and then he remembers that you need to be called for the ball. So it's not like you can enter whenever you feel like. So yeah.
Okay.
Hey, quick huddle.
Yeah.
What's the plan here? I am really good at convincing people to do things, but I am utter garbage at listening. So how we want to split this?
I don't know. I'm just going in to have fun.
No,
No!
we're losing already. Zala, we're already losing. We need to
So-
gain the upper edge.
I mean, everyone seems to really, really love Cujo. I think if we have to do any type of performance, he'd come really handy.
You
Let me check.
are saying that you want to use Cujo, Nebia? Of all people.
We learned a lot, okay?
Character
It's been a
development.
long
Wow. Character development.
Zala's doesn't care. He's like, yeah. Why wouldn't she be okay with having Cujo around?
Character development. Actually, it's going worse.
Wow, Antonio. Listen,
Monkeys
it's a robe.
I
deserve to die.
He's a robot monkey. He gets rid of all the bad things about monkeys, and now has Wi-Fi. Think about it.
I remain unconvinced. I remain unconvinced.
Right.
So,
Maybe there's 5 waltzes, so maybe, I don't know, the first one we all try to listen, and then I can try and smooth talk people from the second one up. How does that sound?
I think it's a waste if we all stay out of interacting with everybody on the first waltz. We're already
Okay.
lagging behind. I think we need to go in aggressive and with our best foot forward, both in impressing people and in the dances, hopefully. You can waltz, right, Cujo?
Cujo's gonna just clap and then do a backflip and then clap his hands again.
I'll take it.
Okay. if you want to, well, we don't need to do everyone the same thing. So, who's listening in the first round then? Joy?
Oh, I will. Yeah, I will listen. I
can listen as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Let's have Joy listen so she never speaks.
I plan on listening the whole time with Joey, so Joey's gonna listen the whole time.
He's gonna like Zala's gonna whisper to Nebula like, she sounds like she sounds different, right?
Will we stop this at the end of this? No more of this bit. Oh, you must stop. No more.
I can listen, or I guess I can talk to some people. The person above game, what was the name of the one? The person who graduated Magic College University early.
Yes, Alex.
Alex.
Alex
what's his
written.
surname?
Alex written as Alix. What did you say?
What's his last name? So I feel like
Their last name is Goldworth.
Goldsworth. Okay, I could talk to Goldsworth. We seem to have similar interests.
Definitely, but maybe we should save that for later rounds when we know a bit more about those interests in concrete.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can listen first.
But you got that one. I think that's a good idea.
I'm
know a bit
down
about-
to keep an eye out for Mahmoud Aboud. My family also comes from dye trading. I'm sure that we could have something to chat about.
Oh, I didn't know that. My family trades. We'll talk about this later. I think I can impress the Countess with my performance and my dancing and my skills. What was the name of the Countess again?
Her name is Candela DiMarco. Lady Candela DiMarco. The first prima donna.
Was, you said, a teacher of dancing?
She was a prima donna, so an opera singer. Now she teaches people that want to become opera singers, but she's known to be extremely severe with her students.
Oh,
If you're into that.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder if we should go for three solid votes and just disregard one completely. What do you think? Because I don't know how to sing that well.
Oh.
I could attempt something. I'm not much for my voice, but if she likes singing, I'd be happy to give her a bit of spotlight and help her with a tune.
Well, Ivo did say that she was very harsh with her students, so I wonder if we should approach it not from a singer perspective, because she's going to be super hard on you. Maybe we should kind of empathize with her teaching methods, saying that, oh yeah, I think people should go through some suffering to achieve greatness. I don't know, some kind of bullshit like that.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, we should tell her that. Like some kind of bullshit like that. You're right. Yeah, I'm down.
All right.
Joy says, because I feel like she would say this. Joy says, I could use. I'm really good with the spear. I could maybe impress Count Fabrial with a spear demonstration.
Of course, gotta send the tank in to deal with the mercenary. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I feel really strong about this. I feel like we have a plan, for once.
Well, we live and we learn, huh?
Yeah, well, some of us lived.
We all lived. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I took a few bit of a beating, but it was good. We did great. I want to do even
great.
better in the ball.
And as you say that, you hear a ding. You see as Ivo raises his eyes for 1 second, then looks at you and points towards the door.
I'm gonna start heading over.
Fantastic.
Yeah. We have to be called in, though, right?
You have been called in. That was a ding.
Yeah, the thing.
Are you heading over already?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Going
hold
in.
on. Hold on.
Wait.
I just remembered. I feel like I think can I Cujo, I think Zala's about to walk in and Cujo pulls Zala's hair to stop him Ratatouille style and goes, wait, ow. Okay.
Are you stopping your comrades?
Yes, I'm gonna stop my comrades
Okay.
as well.
Nebia, do you let yourself be stopped? Joy will let herself
Okay.
be stopped. No, go ahead and head through the portal.
You pull on me, I pull on Joy, and we just like stumble into each other. There's like the door. We heard the bell on the other side, but the door's still shut, so we just like into the door.
Yeah, and then Cujo just makes a bunch of like whirring mechanical sounds, and then Zala's like, "Yeah, no, that was a good call. I completely forgot about that. Remember, we have to be fashionably late."
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, of course. 30 minutes, right?
No. No. Should have said anything. Just says no.
5 to 10.
5 to 10. Yo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very honest. Like, did we get a chance to freshen up? Can I prestidigitate?
You
some
can
yoga?
absolutely. I was waiting for you to do it. I was waiting for you to do it.
We
Yes.
are rank right now.
I was waiting for you to use prestidigitation. Are you gonna use it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use prestidigitation. I take. Oh god, is this how it works? Can I take like one of these like little cushions around? I can't imagine what else I'd use. No, actually, no. I figured it out. I take the box that this came in, and I prestidigitate that into some like perfumed soaps.
Well,
You can
how it
cast on
basically
yourself.
works is just like you get rid of gross. You just like
Yeah, you can
get
cast on
rid of
yourself.
it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
You can just
wipe
do
it?
yourself. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You do like you snap a
Yeah.
finger. You do
Oh,
a hand
maybe
motion.
I wanted to,
What? What do you want to
but I
do?
also want to smell nice.
I cannot do that, but I can clean you. I think it can cause a harmless sensory effect. So yes,
Yeah, so it
you can do
that.
that. You can do that at the same time that you clean yourself. Yes, harmless sensory effect. I will put perfume in there. Yeah, there you go. Oh.
Hey, very nice.
What does your presentation perfume smell like?
For me, I want like something very light, something very airy, but it has a bit of an undercurrent of cinnamon to it. So it's
Oh.
like you've been hit by a nice breeze, but you get in close and it's like, oh, warm, toasty.
Beautiful. Joy like smells her wrist like very like. There you go.
Zala like smiles and stuff like,
All right.
nice.
Ivo just looks at you like, are you going or are you waiting? What are we doing?
No, we're waiting a little bit. Don't worry, we kind of know what we're doing now.
Okay.
Kind of.
He seems
And
to
we
get
smell
nervous.
nice.
He seems to
This
get
is some kind
nervous at that. And he's just like, are you sure you don't want to head in already? Like you can now? Like
We're being
Counting
fashionably
pieces.
late.
I'm gonna like
And
take.
about like at this 7-minute mark, I think he turns around. All right, I think we can go now. Oh no?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah? No?
go.
Is that okay, Cujo? Yeah, Cujo's like nods his head.
I imagine Cujo is set like like an alarm clock. And it's
Yeah, his head just starts shaking.
Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum. Yeah.
Yep, and he's like tap Cujo's
Yeah.
head to turn off the alarm, and like,
just
yep,
hit snooze on it.
No, that's news. It's gonna sound in the middle of the thing. Okay.
yeah, sure, yeah. He knows he hits the alarm.
You make your way to the Colosseum.
Yep.
Cool.
Ooh, kind of like this music.
Thank you. And you do. And as if it was by magic, because it is, the Colosseum that you find is completely different from the one that you left mere minutes ago. There's
God,
an
everyone's
ambience.
so catty.
Yes. A completely different change of ambience and of vibe envelops you. It's filled with people, not just like watching over, but now people here in the Colosseum as a dance. You see people dressed in beautiful fine silk, and you see people wearing beautiful and like extravagant clothing. For some of you, some of the most beautiful clothing you've ever seen. North, the three lieutenants seem to be as calm as ever. And towards the center, you spy 4 figures that correspond to the descriptions that Ivo gave you.
Mhm.
Oh, there's Alex Goldsworth.
Yeah. That's yours.
All right. Everybody has their eye on their
There she
marks.
is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a small little thing, isn't he?
He's a dwarf.
Ah, I won't say that to him.
It's literally like saying you're blonde. But
that'll
okay.
be so funny next to Joy. Can Joy even swing at that? She'll just be like missing every time.
Does Joy want to swing at that? Okay. You
Yeah.
have entered the ball. You feel eyes and whispers land on you like a murder of crows. And the ball is yours. The first waltz is about to start. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna start with. Zala's very excited. I suppose the music gonna go with listen, and it's gonna go. There's food and stuff and drinks, right?
Sorry, what?
Is there food and drinks?
There seems to be food and drinks. As you approach the place, give me 1 second, please.
Okay.
I'm trying to find, because I don't believe this is the song that I wanted.
Psst. Nebia,
What's up? Yeah.
you thought about what we're going to say already? No.
I was gonna wing it. What about you?
Okay. Zala,
I was thinking the exact same.
sorry.
Okay.
Zala, as you approach the table where you see food and you reach towards it, you see as your hand passes through the food and the table. It seems like that pinkish light that has filled the entire Colosseum is not just for show. It's for everything. It seems like everything here except the people, and maybe some of the people, are an illusion.
Well,
Ooh.
I think Zala looks like genuinely and legitimately upset. Like this, his trust has been betrayed in this moment. Kill's very excited to get some food, so he kind of like looks down at the illusion a little bit disgruntled and sighs.
Oh, bud.
As you sigh, the wind from the sigh, you see as the food ripples a little bit.
He just tries and puts on a smile because he remembers that he's here to impress, but deep down he has now developed severe trust issues, and this is going to be a scar that shapes the rest of his life. But he's gonna go over and kind of like, I guess, meander about, but mainly around Countess Goldsworth, just to, and I'm gonna do the listen.
Just Messer, or Goldsworth, not Countess.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic. You're gonna listen then?
So, yeah.
Let me
Nice.
take one from to mark that you've started the first waltz. Fantastic. So you're gonna listen to them. Are you doing this covertly, or are you just trying to listen in? One will be a perception check. The other one will be a stealth check.
Oh.
He's not very stealthy. I don't think he even thought about being stealthy about it. He's just listening.
Go ahead and roll me a straight perception
just
check
there.
then.
He's just there like, hey guys.
I just imagine Zala with like a chicken wing in one hand and just.
No, just like a creep. You are like a creep, like standing like that, like 5 feet away from someone, just like holding a chicken wing, not eating it. Okay.
21 perception.
21? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. With
Oh.
one simple listen, you see as Alex Goldworth, they seem to be very focused on speaking with the person that is right next to them. You hear them say, "Oh, so many different magic practitioners here. I don't really see this much variation in the university. We tend to focus on arcana as a source of magic. I'm excited to see if they have something else. And the junk one from Squad J, it seems to be an artificer of some sort.
I wonder if what their infusions are. I've heard that that's what artificers like to do most. And I guess that dancing is really nerve-wracking for me. I hope nobody wants to do something particularly complicated if they do ask me to. And that is as much as you glean from them.
I'll be honest. I think the moment he hears that they have an interest in other forms of infusion and magic, Zala just stops listening and stops hearing anything else. Everything is like, "Ooh, I want to show them. I want to show them my stuff I made."
Well, sadly, that was your action for this waltz. But you did listen, and you did get quite a few things. I'm assuming that is the end, unless Zala, you want to do something else, but not an action.
Yeah, no.
Do you want to do something
yeah.
else? Fantastic.
No, just sit there, still a little bit upset about the fake chicken wing.
As you ponder upon the cruelty of the world, the others of Squad E, what do you wish to do?
As the music starts, Leon just goes, you mentioned you're gonna try and impress? I don't want to steal the spotlight if you are. So if you're listening, let me know and I'll try and impress. If not, we'll switch.
You will not be able to share information until the intermission happens. So whatever Zala has heard, you don't know yet. Does that make sense?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I know that Leon is trying to talk to Lord Mahmoud Aboud, and I know I'm trying to talk to Lady Candela. So I'm grabbing Leon. Other way around? Too late is the plan.
You did say Mahmoud because you're trading dice. Do whatever you feel.
I thought that was all you, bud. Yeah, well, that's what Nebia heard. So I am grabbing Leon's hand and put one hand on his waist, and I'm like, two-step, just like you said. And I'm waltzing us through so that we both end up in between these two groups. And when I let go, I end up in front of Lord Mahmoud Aboud, and he ends up in front of Lady Candela.
This display of dance might impress some of them. So go ahead and roll me an performance check. Either one of you. No, I'm gonna not let you. I'm gonna say that Nebia, you roll it. Leon, you can choose to assist if you want to.
You better assist. I'm leading.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, go for it.
Go ahead. This may impress somebody.
Oh,
You have a second one that was a whole 9.
Okay. I have 2. All right, hold on.
Uh-oh.
12.
What is happening?
Much
What
better.
is happening?
So that was a 9 and a 12. With a 12,
Life, Sarah.
you do.
This
With
is
a
what I
12,
deserve.
you're
I
like.
deserve this.
With a 12, I think that both of you actually understand that this dance was not that it. I think that like you, Nebia, were really strong at the beginning, and then Leon hold you back, and then Leon, you try to match Nebia's intensity at the second half, and then Nebia held back to match your first initial intensity. So, is it awful? No. Is anyone impressed? No.
No.
But is anyone disgusted? No. It's mediocre.
Okay.
I'll take mediocre.
Fantastic. You stand between two of the people that you've been told to impress. What do you wish to do? Who's taking their turn? First I'm gonna go with Nebia because Nebia spoke first. Nebia.
Okay.
What do you wish to do?
So after that less than stellar performance, I'm gonna actually hang back a second. I'm gonna listen first.
Okay.
I'm not going in with
Are you doing
as
this?
strong of an intro.
Are you doing this covertly through sneaking, or are you doing this? How do you say it? Like just listening in.
I am going to pretend like Leon said something very interesting to me, and I'm gonna sneak it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check for me.
16.
16, not bad. I think that you hear, it's not hard because her voice travels far, and you hear a very specific and particular tone here.
Did you see what Lady Gilberry's wearing today? With all those clashing colors, you would think she's one of those cheap dye mongers of the Moonset Pools. Although seeing her new husband, she might as well be.
And then she takes like a fan and just like laughs behind it. She says,
These squires seem awfully rugged. Am I the last person in this city that cares for decorum? Well, I do hope none of them try to sing to me. If they're so bold as to, it better be perfect. I won't tolerate mediocrity when it comes to performance. And you see, at the mention of mediocrity, you see as through a feathered fan, eyes dart towards you for a second, Nebia. It's just 1 second. You don't know if that's her just scanning the room for 1 single second or not. But it lingered for just a fraction of a second. And that's as much as you hear.
Noted. I heard enough.
Fantastic. That was your listening. Do you wish to do something else before the end of your turn?
That was my listening.
Fantastic.
I'm good.
Leon,
Awesome.
the end of the first waltz approaches. What do you wish to do?
I think, at this point, he starts racking his mind, see if he can do anything to impress, looks at these people, and doesn't seem to find any information that's strong enough. So for now, he's going to take the cover of dancing kind of sloppily a little bit and takes advantage of that to kind of move a bit more towards the groups than he should to stealthily listen in to Mahmoud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. Go ahead. Are you doing this stealthily then, you said?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll
stealthily,
stealth for me.
Ooh, that will be a 24.
Okay, well, we're rolling high today. He doesn't seem to speak as much as the other ones. You haven't heard anything, but we've heard so far. You hear a very strong accent say, "This is certainly a sad example for ball. I ask for 5 dancers. I only see 2. I ask for fire dancers. No fire. I ask for entertaining music. Nothing. I do enjoy the charm of those mercenaries. The father certainly seems boastful. Can't wait to see what the others have in store." And that's as much as you hear. It doesn't seem like you missed anything. It just seems like he doesn't have much more than that to say. He seems generally bored. That's like the through line.
Bored.
I can work with that.
Gotcha.
Fantastic.
Yep.
We come to the last of the turns with Joy. Joy has been hanging back. I think that she doesn't feel super in control in this specific situation, but she then remembers, and then in her graceful frame of like 8 feet tall, whatever it is, she does make her way, and she's gonna try to listen, and she's gonna do so stealthily, and that is a whole 3 that she rolled. So Joy doesn't hear. So Joy tries her very best, but then the music picks up for a second, and the voice of the dwarf, which is generally like already pretty low, is completely dwarfed, get it, by the intensity of the music, and she doesn't manage to hear anything. And that will be the end of the very first waltz.
All
right.
We are in intermission right now. You may reconvene if you so choose to talk about what you've learned.
Hey.
Zala's coming.
Where's Sala? Sala. There you are.
Hi.
So,
Where'd you get?
I think...
Why are we whispering?
You know, people
Point.
here seem to be not really a fan of us so far. So we gotta,
really?
strategize a little bit.
They seem fine to me.
Really?
Oh, really?
I mean, Alex Goldsworth, they seem really interested in the arcane and are interested in finding out about infusions. And then when I heard that, I kind of got excited and I stopped hearing anything else they said. I think they kept speaking, but I don't remember what else they said.
You know what?
I really just want to show them Kuja. I think they really, really love Kuja.
That's actually a better lead than I have, so chase it, by all means.
That's nice.
I don't think the lady, loves me. Do you wanna swap Leon like you originally said, and I forgot, and you wanna do that original plan?
I thought I was gonna impress the lady, no?
Yeah, don't sweat it. You go ahead and do that. Because Gia, you know what? Don't even worry about it. You go ahead. I think she's gonna like you. Very stuffy. Very. It's got her nose up. You know, you'll match.
Any specifics? What did you hear?
Maybe don't sing. Maybe.
I wasn't planning on singing, honestly. Yeah. Okay.
If you look at everybody else the way that you looked at me the first time I tried to learn how to dance, I think you guys will vibe really well.
Gotcha. I can do
You're a
that
dick.
easily.
What did you get?
Nebia, can you make
Yeah.
fire and juggle it?
Fire.
Or maybe,
I can juggle.
maybe just an illusion of fire? I don't know. What you did with when you cleaned our clothes? Can you do like little effects with that?
Yeah, I can set something on fire, sure. What do you need?
No, don't set anything on fire. Just pretend like it's
I
fire.
could probably set something on fire as well, and you just see like
Someone-
Cujo's tail
Yeah,
flick
we
off
got
like
this.
a lighter.
Please, no fire. Oh, you are
Like-
dangerous. Every single one of you is so dangerous. No, I overheard Mahmoud is disappointed because we do not have fire jugglers, another type of like flashy entertainment. So I think you could impress him with
Okay.
that.
Yeah, okay. I'll need. Let's see. Can I borrow Cujo?
Oh, you can just ask him.
Or are you gonna need him?
You can ask him. I mean, I do really want to show Alex Goldsworth Cujo, but I guess I
So
can
in
hold
that
off.
case, let me sidle up to Lord Mahmoud Aboud and chat him up a bit, and then I'll double back. I'll see if I'll need Cujo after that point.
Okay.
Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to impress on the next round, and yeah, let's swap scores.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this works.
While you're taking your intermission, you do see Squad J start to advance in a very similar way that you did. They seem to be going a little bit harder. They seem to be going for some of them. You do see scattering through the ball and very clearly listening, but you do see as Joaquin starts to conjure a sort of like it seems like his magic seems to be more electricity based, and you see as a huge flash of electricity actually interrupts this conversation, and when you look, you do see Joaquin like basically handling in his hand a bolt of lightning for 1 second, and you see as Lord Mahmoud Aboud starts to clap loudly and cut through the beautiful
Okay.
like music.
Okay.
Got it.
Interesting. Okay. Guess we're gonna start heading off to
Are we
the
starting waltz
second
two?
phase.
Are we
Yeah.
starting waltz two?
All right.
As
Waltz two.
you get ready to spread out through the Colosseum turn ballroom, we're gonna take a break, everybody.
Hey.
So we're taking a 10-minute break, but remember, important, super important, we will say the code word at the very end of our little stream today. Once we're done with that, you can use that code word in a sentence, put it on the general channel in our Discord, the Multiverse Discord, or the More Multiverse Discord rather. You go into the general channel, you put that code word in one sentence, and we will pick one of our winners to get Discord Nitro. And we will announce the winner, of course, through Discord. So you can take this time to join.
Catch you there.
Catch you there, and see you in 10 minutes. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Let's go.
And welcome back. We missed you. I hope you're enjoying this DMing, like streaming session behind the DM screen. We are enjoying it as well. Last we left off of break, our heroes were ready to take on Waltz 2, the second dance in this ball where they have to convince 4 people to vote for them and win the very first trial. After some planning and some discussion and some sharing of what they've learned, they proceed onwards. So, Squatty, are you ready?
Yep.
Ready as ever.
Fantastic. Cool. Who is taking the first turn?
I mean, Zala's excited. He immediately runs off to talk to Alex Goldsworth. So what's the title? Messiah?
Messiah.
And he just kind of, I think Zala kind of jumps off his head. Not Zala, sorry. Kuja jumps off of Zala's head, almost ahead of him, and and meets with Alex first, as Zala quickly is on their tail.
You see, as like you're running very determinedly towards them. You see, as they like they're like, okay, because you okay, hi.
Hi, sorry, and just like quickly crouches down to pick up Cujo and then puts Cujo back on his head. Hey, you're Messiah Goldsworth, right?
Yes, I am. Pleased to meet you and
I'm Zala.
your thing.
Their name is Cujo.
Oh, wait, it's not an actual animal, is it?
No, I built him.
Oh, it's really impressive. Can I just see for a little?
Yeah. He,
What
like,
do you want
takes
to do?
Cujo.
Are you trying to impress?
Yeah, he's gonna try and impress it. Like, yeah, no, I built him a couple of years ago. It was honestly a ton of fun. I've been improving him bit by bit ever since. But I think the most recent addition is honestly the lighter here. I found there was very often that I met people who couldn't see in the dark, and we needed a way to supply a torch. So having Cujo around always helped. And he just kind of, I'll be honest, I think he started rambling, but it's about all of the specifications
I
of his.
think that
of
as
Cujo.
you go into your rambling, they also go into their own rambling, feeding off of your rambling.
Yes.
And for anyone that isn't you two, it truly is off. It's just like, wow, like, lighting is always an important thing because, like, as long as we don't have electricity coursing through every single house in Porgamello, we do need to rely on fire. But fire is indeed not a thing that anyone can just create whenever they want. That's why arcane practice to everyday living is such an important area of study. And I do believe that so many academics are just not in touch with what the people need. The people don't need cannons. The people don't need arcane boosted cannons. You see, when I was talking, and like it's just a cacophony of nerddom, awful. Bad.
It's great. Zala's lovely. Like everyone, it's like they're bouncing off each other whenever Alex is talking. Zala's smile just keeps getting wider and wider. It's great.
And they do that thing that nerds do. Hello, nerds. That nerds do, where like you're talking and they go yes.
Yeah,
Instead of
yeah.
agreeing with you silently, yes, and then they. Okay, so what are you doing exactly to impress? You're showing off a lighter.
Yeah, I think I'm showing off Cujo as a whole, but I think just the example I gave was like the lighter that he had most recent addition he added to Cujo.
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Okay, that's
No,
good.
I'm gonna change it because it is so like specific to him. I'm gonna let you make a performance check to see how you can affect that Arcana check.
Oh, see how I can affect it. Okay. Oh, a 5.
A 5. Sadly, you do not get advantage, but go ahead and roll your Arcana check.
Okay. What was that? A 15.
A 15. With that, they seem pretty impressed. They look at the lighter specifically, and then they start to question exactly how that light is produced.
So is it oil, or is it a flammable substance, or is it just generated by arcane means?
And there it goes again.
Yeah. And he rambles about why he chose oil instead of arcane means and stuff like that.
Exactly. So like, and that's the entirety of the waltz. It's that. That is that. You understand? Of course. Fantastic turn, Zala. The other three.
Legend.
Who wants to proceed? Maybe are you constantly stressed?
Excellent question. Yes.
I've been noticing that.
Her eyes cut through me so clearly. Nebia likes to bring attention to herself, but then doesn't do well when it's actually on her.
What is scarier, the final, like, the manticore, or?
Oh no, the consequences of my actions kind of moment.
Oh no.
So, yeah. Leon, you want to go first?
Well,
Yeah,
well,
sure.
if
Leon,
it isn't the consequences of my actions. Yeah. Anyway, Leon, what were you saying?
how dare you come for me? Yeah, Leon is, now that he has a strategy in mind, finally, he says, all right, it's time to shine. And he starts, away from everyone still, to weave my last spell slot, Antonio, cast Enhance Ability Charisma on himself.
Okay.
Okay.
What are
okay.
you? Okay, you will tell me whenever you want to do. Okay.
Yeah. And he's just like, eyes start to twinkle a little bit because he's happy and he's going to his home turf, and he starts casually approaching in sync with the music and starts approaching Lady Candela DiMarco. And as they are conversing,
Lady
he
Candela
says,
DiMarco seems to be in a conversation with someone from Squad Day. How are you taking attention for yourself?
how dare you? Okay. I think Leon is just gonna straight up walk up, look at Enola, smile, look back at the lady. I was wondering if you would give me the honor of a little dance.
Okay, we're going for dance. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check to see if she will tear herself away from her current conversation partner.
All right. Well, because of my enhance ability, that will be at advantage.
Okay.
Persuasion. So first one is not bad. Let's see if I.
Okay, the first one is
have
at
an extra
26.
20. I don't.
The
26
first
is
one
the
is at 21.
highest.
With the 26, let me actually contest it. Okay, there's a 16 plus 3, so you win. You see as she's talking with Lady Candela DiMarco, and for 1 second, and as you interject, she just like goes like, oh, but as you remember, we were in a specific, and she goes like, yes, dear, 1 second, it does appear that I will finally get to dance during a ball. And she turns towards you, she says, I don't believe we have been introduced. I am Lady Candela DiMarco, and you must be...
Oh, my lady, you do not need any introductions. I have known you my entire life. My parents used to attend your shows. I am Leon Austband of the Austband Die Trader family.
Oh, I've heard about your family. Interesting. Is that your only family name? And then she looks at you and she just smiles. She says, you don't need to answer that, my dear. We were dancing, correct?
Correct. I have to say, it is a pleasure to be in the company of such a marvelous performer, a person of
Spare
such
me, my
finesse in the
dear,
middle.
I understand. Let us see if it is a pleasure for me as well. Let's see how good you are at actual dancing.
Let us go.
She said, "Get good."
She takes you.
Get good, scrub.
She takes
yeah,
you
pretty
and
much.
she takes your hand, puts her in her shoulders, takes her hand, puts it in your waist. She is technically not leading, but she is leading. You know what I mean? Like, in dance terms, she isn't. In actual real life, she absolutely is leading this dance. Go ahead and make a performance check to see how well you do.
Let's go. Okay, that's bad, but
That's a
bad
9. No, remember to read your
9
rolls.
won't cut it.
That's an 18.
Yeah, a 9, as I said,
And
and then an 18 is the advantage one.
Yeah. With an 18, you start to swirl through the dance hall. And you weave through the different dancers and you weave through the different people invited to the ball. And you know yourself to be doing a good job. And you look upon Lady Candela DiMarco's face, and she doesn't seem impressed. She says, with such a grand entrance, I was expecting, magnificence. But this is fine. So what did you want to talk about?
Devastating.
It's fine. It's fine. Leon was expecting this. I am merely a product of my age, my lady.
I'm a
do
product
not
of my age.
worry,
You don't
I
see
will-
me talk quite so much about it, do I?
Of course not.
I'm sorry, dude. You picked the
Of course
final
you
boss
are.
of this.
Totally
It's not gonna
right,
be
and-
easy.
I know. My skills are not comparable to yours, but hopefully with a lot of training and dedication, I perhaps one day can reach your level.
Well, we agree
Perhaps.
on something.
At least I can dream of it, huh?
Fantastic. Well, we do agree on something. I suppose
Beautiful.
you didn't.
The reason
suppose you didn't pull me into a dance for simple flattery. Are you gonna get to your point, or should we wait until another waltz?
No, I believe. I believe it doesn't really matter how little you think of me, because kind of gestures wildly to the rest of the room. No matter with who else you dance tonight, it's not going to be better than this. I apologize.
She leans towards you, towards your ear, and she says,
My dear, I think little of everybody.
Just rebukes with a. As one should.
But it is fun to spar with words. Do continue.
As I was saying, it does not matter how wide you search during the remaining 40 minutes we have in this dance. The truth is, your choice after this dance is probably made. I would be very, very impressed if anyone else even compared the slightest to my skills, pedigree.
That is a very interesting choice. So your main point to convince me is I may be bad, but the others are worse, correct?
My apologies if the message didn't go clearly.
I think it was very
Bad
clear.
is someone. Bad is words from your mouth, my lady.
It's a
I
shame
consider
that I'm the
myself
one
above
voting then, is
a
it?
lot. And that is why I'm saying you will have to make a choice by the end of the night. And if you want to consider me bad, but still better than anyone else, I will be happy with that decision.
I would say that the fact that you haven't cried yet does make you a little bit more entertaining than most people I interact with. But, my dear, I could always vote blank.
If that is your decision, and I can do anything to change it, so be it.
Oh, you give up
But,
that easy? I guess you didn't want to be
no,
a shepherd
I-
that hard then.
I am just aware that the other people we need to convince in this room are not as magnanimous as yourself, so I definitely will have an easier time convincing them. And if you vote blank, then it's as good as one already,
Well,
as long as you don't vote for the other team.
Well, if I am something, dear, is petty. And if you do pose me a challenge and squander away with the plundered pittance of the other attendants to this ball, I might just change my mind on voting blank.
And then she leans once again, and she says,
Try harder.
as that, she breaks the dance, and returns to the spot that she started in. Sorry, my
As
dude,
as
the 18 is not
dance
gonna cut it.
Splits. As the dance splits, Leon just goes, "A pleasure," and steps back.
Impressing does lower a DC, if it's a correct impressing, but she has the highest DC in the dance. For sure.
Yeah, sure.
I'm so happy I didn't take that.
You went right into the
Neville
final
would've
boss, and you
broken
said,
in half.
"You are Link. You are Link naked, that like flies from the plateau into Ganon's castle. That's what happened to you." It was a good try, for sure. Nebia, what do you wish to do?
I have my eyes set on Lord Mahabud and his partner who's over there, and I'm going in to impress. I am making my way over there in drum in hand. And what are they doing as I try to approach?
So it seems like they are marveling at a light show that has just concluded. It's like starting from Joaquin's head, you see as sparks of electricity have coursed through the light, and he holds, like it was a bouquet of flowers, he holds the end of just a lightning rod, right? And you see as it dissolves into sparks, flies away. Joaquin gives a little too deep bow, like someone trying too hard. You know what I mean? That probably doesn't bow often, but he knows that he should bow, and then he leaves.
Interesting. I kind of make eye contact with the person who just passed by, and I'm definitely giving him a bit of a stink face. Like, you know, I'm not being like stealthy about the fact that I'm going in to do something quite similar.
Hakeem, as you give him a stink face, he just goes and then leaves.
I respect that.
Yeah.
And Nevia is going in, and I'm kind of approaching from behind. And what I'm doing is, as I've started to approach, I've started up a beat on my hand drum that only picks up with kind of like a rapid intensity, trying to get as many eyes towards what's happening around me. And I'm coming in and making it clear, like I'm approaching this woman here from behind and using prestidigitation. I want to make it appear like her cape has caught fire and kind of like gone into the face of like a dragon overhead.
Okay, that is certainly pushing prestidigitation. I'm gonna make you make an
Okay.
Arcana check to see if you can pull it off. That's
Okay.
a dangerous
I
precedent
want
for
to
this
be
campaign.
clear.
Yeah.
I want to be clear. Nevia is not aware that she's pushing prestidigitation.
I
She's
want to
going
see if
in
you can do
with
it.
this-
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check to see if you can.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
14.
14.
I will give you that presentation conjures up a flame, right? Or a harmless illusion. I will give you that the illusion that you do while drumming is much bigger than the flame that you know presentation can do, right? So I would say that
Okay.
it does cover, like, for example, like maybe like the trim of her cape is covered in flame, like in in illusions of flames, but it does not form the
Okay.
dragon head. But as she does, it goes like, "What? Help!" As she starts to like to pat her thing, and as her hand goes through the fire and doesn't happen, she just turns around you confused.
Confused, you know. Well, that's not what I hope for.
But you see,
I
as the person right
immediately-
next to her seems to be very interested in what you're doing.
So I sidle up to Lord Mahmoud Aboud in good spirits and like, so sorry to shake you, my lady. It seems like my spell got a bit ahead of me, but can't say that you can blame me. This ball, it's a little dull for my taste, wouldn't you say?
She just looks at you, she goes, and she leaves. But as she does leave, you do see as Lord Mahmoud Aboud just goes like, "Oh, you're one of the trials. Squad B. E.
So close, my lord, but who can really keep track of these things?
It's too many letters.
Too many letters. But
You
how
are
do you
the
feel
one.
about the
You were
letters?
the one with the spell magic. You were the last one standing on that group.
I was indeed. I looked that manticore right in the eyes and stuck my rapier right between his fangs.
Your spell, strong like oaks. Magic, very strong. Your muscles, weak like baby goat. You need to train body to match magic. It can't be just magic all the time. However, I do agree that this is extremely boring for me.
Well, my lord, if anything, we must take charge of that situation. Boredom is, I think it is a personal flaw. I say we give them something worth looking at.
Go ahead and are you trying to impress?
Yes.
Try to tell me what you're trying to impress with him with.
I am trying to convince him to take center stage of this ball and trying to bring
No, I won't allow that. I will tell you the way that you try to
Okay.
impress is something that you do. You know what I mean?
okay.
Until that much talking, that's for a dance.
Okay, gotcha. So, with my way of impressing then is I want to strike up a tune on my drum that will shower sparks and kind of like bring more attention towards me.
Is this a slow song or like fast song?
This is fast paced. I think that the waltz and the music around us has kind of
Yeah,
been
absolutely.
basic, and I'm seeing him fidget, and I'd like to keep his attention.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a that will be a performance check. And since you used one of the parts of the things that I said, and that he found the music slow, go ahead and do that with advantage.
Hey. 17. Ooh, yes.
And as you start with a 17, oh, you didn't do that with advantage. Go ahead and roll again.
Roll again. Okay. What did I do? Performance?
Yeah, performance again. Okay.
12.
It's a 12, 17. With a 17, you start to drum faster and faster. And through your prestidigitation, you see as every time the tips of your fingers touch your drum, you see as sparks, different from the ones that Joaquim had conjured, these seem more magical. They seem more ethereal in nature, start to build every time you tap with the tip of your fingers your drum, your tabla. And as you start to circle the room, you see as slowly but surely you overpower the dance and the like tranquil, slow music. And for 1 second, it is not a ball that the high people of Porgamelo tend to have, but the balls that you've seen that are not called balls, that are celebrated in the Moonset Port, in the lower parts, in the lower districts. And you see as a smile creeps over the face of Lord Mahmoud Aboud, as he seems particularly entertained by a change of music and a change of vibe. Fantastic work. Is that the
And I
end
call
of
over to him and I'm like, this is. I was hoping you'd recognize this tune. We're definitely from a different part of Port Gamello, aren't we, sir?
And he just raises one finger to his lips, but he smiles behind it and lets you go.
Nice.
That is the end of your turn, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Fantastic. Let's see what Joy has to say. Joy is gonna go ahead and gonna try to impress our last of our dancers. I think that she's gonna go ahead and start to do a more martial, basically, like she's gonna go through different poses of combat in succession, kind of like a judo, like a karate kata, just like going through different poses in a sort of like dance, but not true dance, with no true words exchanged, just like, hi sir, and then just starts going with like 1,000 like blows. And let's see how she does. Meg sent me the stats, and she has that +5 of performance, so let's try. Okay, Joy rolled an 18 +5, so that is
Good Joy!
19, 20, 21, 22, 23. If I'm not wrong, I'm sure that the comments will tell me if I am, but I'm not good at math, and I'm not planning to start now. And with a 23, you do see as the last of our dancers, who I missed, Count Fabriello Towers, you see as his demeanor doesn't change much. He wasn't like smiling or dancing before, but he just turns towards Joy and with a very analytical eye starts to like dissect every one of her moves. And for 1 second, you do see a smile creep across his face. When she's done, she gives a very courteous bow, enhanced by her long pole arm, and she leaves, finishing a very successful, impressive round. Fantastic. And that will be the end of our second waltz. We've come halfway.
I regret everything. Whew.
Oh?
She's intense.
You are currently
have no idea.
in intermission.
Okay. What happened? Did you impress her?
everything I said, she just had some witty response back, and then when I actually made a good point, she just slapped it around like it was nothing. It was really impressive. I think I stood my ground, but not enough. We have to make a decision. Either I focus 100% on her, or now that you've impressed people, I go around and I convince them. It's the only two strategies. But if you want to take a swing at convincing the people you impressed, I'll just focus 100% on her. Up to you.
I think we need fresh faces to really tip them over. You know, we're Team E. We gotta prove that we all bring something to the table. They have to see us in context.
Okay. All right. Okay. Did you all impress? You feel like you've impressed your people?
Joy says,
Oh, I
yes,
forgot we
do
were
believe I
impressing.
impressed. Yes, I did believe I impressed.
I got him.
We
Right.
talked for a while. I really want to talk to them
A
again. Can we?
Wild?
It was great. It seemed really interesting, Kudra. And they've been studying a lot of interesting magics. I actually want to talk to them more about that because I'm trying to learn how to inscribe magics into other items. And I feel like if they're practicing how to learn and create more spells, I could probably talk to them about.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We believe you.
You can do it.
But think wisely for yourself. Do you want to talk more to him because you want to chat about this topic, or because it will
Yes.
help us win the trial? Ah,
I forgot. I'll be honest. I forgot about the trial.
I knew it. In which case, should I maybe talk to him and drive the point home that he should vote for us?
What
Okay.
if
Who
we
do I?
gave the monkey to the lady, to the
Oh,
singer?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Who?
Well, I tried. That was my best bet. I got nothing.
We can try, but what would be the angle? Because she's
Well,
not about.
she isn't impressed by anyone. What if we try impressing her with a thing?
I think she is not impressed at anyone and anything, actually.
Well, I'm
But I might
impressed
be
by
wrong.
that.
Come on, Nevia. Mean lady.
Mean lady. Oh god, it is a challenge, huh?
It sure is.
Zali would cry. I feel like Zali would cry if the new lady said anything bad about Cujo. He'd cry on the spot. And part of me wants to see that happen, but we also want to win.
All right.
Oh
I'm
god.
gonna try.
I don't know if I have any trump card.
Okay. You met with the Lord up there, right? I have this theory that maybe, remember when Lady Vivienne kind of told us that you had to, like, in a low whisper, talk ill about others? I think she is the person she was talking about. She's that archetype of ball dancer. So if you go there and say, oh, I just met with Mahmoud, and oof, you wouldn't believe the things he said, terrible, terrible, maybe that will work. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? Well, I mean, Okay.
Make me.
whew.
I
All
need-
right.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah?
No.
What's up?
Make me Leon and Nebia. Make me an insight check.
Okay.
All right.
20.
20. Okay, nice.
18.
18. Both of you. While what you're suggesting, you remember who talked to you? Nebia. To Nebia, listened to her. You do remember her talking shit about someone else at the very beginning of the ball. So it seems like this is a good plan. However, both
Okay.
of you with your insight, I will let you know. You specifically have convinced some of these people. Changing it around is basically like starting like from square zero, like square one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't. I think she's a lost cause for us. I think we gotta just
I'm not
focus on the
saying
people
that.
who
I am
already
saying,
like us.
I'm saying changing around the ones that are trying to convince might not be the best idea because you
I
have
thought it was
impressed me
like a-
specifically.
I thought it was like a team effort where someone went and impressed, and then the smooth talker swooped in and said, "Yeah,
You can try that, definitely. You know what I mean? I
We
mean,
can try it.
whatever someone does reflects good on their team. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
for example, I will give you. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I will give you the example of Mahmoud. Nebia has impressed Mahmoud by using part of his background and relating to him on a personal level. If you go to talk to Mahmoud, you don't have that connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. That one probably
We
not.
could.
Or I would say the same thing
So
about Zala
I got
and
nothing.
I would say the same
for,
about Ala and Mr. Alex. You know what I mean? They have connected personally.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that you haven't connected personally with Lady Candela. I wouldn't say that you haven't.
Sure, yeah.
How do we feel about Count Fabriel right now?
Count Fabriel
how's
seems
Joy?
to be impressed by what Joy said, but it doesn't seem to be have a personal connection. You know what I mean? He acknowledges
Okay.
her as a good fighter. That's as much as it is. It doesn't feel like, oh my god, we're friends now. You know what I mean? Or I particularly like you.
Leon, duel him. Please.
There's one slight problem with this plan, which is Joy would need to go to. Kind of points at the lady slyly. I do not want to see how that goes.
Wait, what happens when incredibly kind force meets an awful, impossibly awful object? What happens when those things collide?
I think she's the only person. Wait, hold on. I think Joy's the only person that woman can't break.
Don't make me do this.
Let's not make Antonio roleplay with himself.
Yeah, I'm not making
Yeah,
roleplay
right,
against
right.
myself. I beg.
The one time we needed Megan to
The one
truly.
time we needed Megan. Chad, can you please clip that? Please send that to Meg, who is now sick. Thank you.
Wow.
Very nice.
I'm really like we really needed her today. No one could break Joy. Okay.
The
You know what?
intermission
Alright.
is swiftly coming towards its end. Squad E. What do you wish to do?
I really want to talk to him. I really want to talk to them more. Can I talk to them more?
Okay.
I feel like they had a really cool. Okay.
Stick to their plan.
Go forth. Conquer.
And the moment he gets the go ahead, Zala's already heading back to. Goes-
Seal the deal.
Before Nebula leaves, Leon just turns. This boy is too weak. We're gonna have to do something about this later.
He's doing great.
Fantastic.
Let's remember he did his impressing job. He did it.
Leon squints
I-
at this candid comment.
Okay, Zala.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Zala, you find your way towards Mercera Alex. Is your intention to impress, to listen, or to dance and convince them to vote for you in the upcoming choice of who to win the first trial?
I know this is probably bad for the team, but I very much think Zala, like, again, just immediately forgot that this is a trial and he just wants to talk to them. I think
Boy.
mechanically it's impress, but Zala is like, I just want to talk to them more about.
More impress. Okay. What
Yeah.
are you impressing them with?
I think so. Before they're talking about specifically his infusions, they seem very interested in that. But I think now Zala's, I think it's more like instead of talking about what he's done, he's trying to get like how their works could intersect. It's more like hey, do you want to work together? These are the things I've heard that you could do this and this and this. I'm really interested in doing that kind of stuff too. You're working on spells. I'd love to work with you to make these spells something that could help the general public. And I want to use like I have an infusion called is where I can make an armor. I can infuse armor with magical property and make it like a.
And as you're going through your infusions in your head, you hear another voice, and you do see as Messer Alex turns towards the shape of a red-headed little dwarf. And you see as this red-headed little dwarf just offers to them a specific magic item that they produce. It's a bracelet. And they start to like discuss in a very similar way that you just did the properties of this specific magic item. It seems like someone
interesting.
is trying to steal Mr. Alex away from you.
Interesting.
You
Yeah.
were like thinking like, I can do a +1 armor, and as you're like thinking through it, you see as Mr. Alex just turns and is very interested in this specific bracelet that
Okay.
the dwarf that you met before apparently has shown there.
In that case, how many rounds left do we have?
You have 2 rounds left. This one is
Okay.
3. The last one is the 4th one. Did I?
Okay. Check. 3. Okay. I'm gonna listen instead.
Oops, I did put 5 there, didn't I? 1 second. You were saying sorry?
I think I'm gonna listen. I guess I think mechanically I'm gonna listen. Zala is also very interested in this item that this.
Okay,
the
so you're
dwarf
not even
brought,
trying
but-
to take it away from them.
Yeah, no, he's
Okay.
not. But he's going. I want to listen and listen on this conversation.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check because you can't do stealth. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he's not even trying.
Suffering.
I'm sorry, guy. This is just who he is as a person.
I know.
It's what my character would do,
Yeah.
you guys. It's what my character would
12.
do. With the
Or a
12, you don't get much from this conversation even if you're close. It does seem to be a specific bracelet that seems to enhance dexterity in general. You know what I mean? Specifically dexterity related skills. It seems like this particular bracelet helps someone, for example, it's conceived as something that would help you, for example, learn piano or learn violin or learn, you know what I mean? Like do dexterous abilities with your hands easier. And Lord Mr. Alex seems to be extremely taken by the applications that it could have in daily life and combat and elsewhere to mass manufacture this bracelet. That is the gist of the conversation.
That's end of my turn then.
That is the end of your turn. Fantastic. Who else? Who would wish to continue? I see Nebia has left somewhere. Where are you? There you are. Do you want to go next? Nebia?
I just placed myself
Yeah.
in that area.
Yeah.
I'm fine with going next. So because could I since I listened in on that conversation, could I get a reminder of who Lady Candela was shit talking?
Lady Candela seems to be shit-talking someone that is off to the left of her. The specific name that you heard was Lady Gullibury. Or Lady
Gullibury?
Or Lady Gullibury, she said.
Gullibury. Could you mark her on the map?
Yes. Right here.
Okay, lovely.
Here she is.
Lady Gullibury.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. Oh, it's interesting. I just heard a laugh in the track too. Okay, I look over at Leon, and I don't know. I'm like looking at. I look over at Leon, and I'm like, kind of like pointing to Lord Mahmoud and pointing to the lady, and I'm trying to see if he can nudge me in one direction or the other. I'm just like,
Leon points to Mahmoud for you, yeah.
So the lady, the lady.
I got it. I'll try again.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to her. Okay.
The opposite. I'm gonna go talk to her. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's do it.
And I stroll up
As if it was an
to
enemy.
Lady Candela.
Like it was if this was a stealth video game and you enter like the radius. You see as she turns slowly towards you and she says,
Oh, another little lamb bearing the letter E comes to my garden.
I understand you've already been acquainted with my dear partner, bless him. Leon, was it? Yes, if I remember correctly.
dear partner,
They're
you
just
did.
so forgettable, aren't they?
Oh, dear partner, you did leave them to rot while you were fighting that manticore, my dear. You could have used a healing spell, but you preferred to take the glory of killing the beast.
Well, glory comes to those who claim it, isn't that so? I believe that you equally obliterated competition with your own vocal skills.
As you
I've
say
been
that,
teaching sailors for years. We know your We know all of your verses by heart.
As you say, the first sentence, as you said, that glory comes from those who take it,
Mhm.
you see. Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Okay. Sweating through my brain. Insight.
Inside.
16?
With a 16, you do feel like this person is specifically very pleased with that specific response. The fact that you didn't apologize for it, but the fact that you said, like, oh, I did it because I did want to. That seems to strike a chord.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wasn't expecting you to be so unabashedly proud of your actions, but I'm happy that you are.
If we don't claim our own victories, who's left to do so? We must write our own stories, shouldn't we, madam?
Exactly. So, what story are you trying? Are you coming to impress, or are you asking me for a dance like your friend? I'm aware of the rules.
Dance. I'm. That's funny. Dance. No, ma'am. I understand greatness when it's before me. No, I'm similar to you. I prefer to observe. I know you personally have observed all of us here. Uh, what better than to learn from the best? You are a teacher, as I understand.
I teach, yes, although I fail to see how I should be impressed at my own greatness.
Why be impressed by your own greatness? You're more aware than anyone how much greater you can be. I mean, we do have big hat over there. If she could even see beyond that brim of hers, she'd know she's blocking the way to the rest of the dance. Some people aren't blessed with self-awareness.
Navy blue. In this day and age, the blue doesn't even match the top.
No.
It's tragic. Are you trying? Is this your impress? And is this your impress action? Are you shit talking?
I am
Commit.
impressing.
So is that the
Committed.
way that you're impressing? Is that the way that you're impressing? You're shit talking?
I'm shit talking hard.
That's fantastic. Okay, go ahead and make me a persuasion check to see how good you are at shit talking. And because it is a thing that you've used because of one of the things that you've learned through listening, you do so with advantage.
All right, here we go, y'all. 21!
Go ahead and roll again. It might be a nat 20.
Oh, okay, here we go.
13.
Well, it wasn't.
With that 21, you see as a smile creeps through her lips, she covers it through the use of a fan, and a flurry of verbal blows assault this poor woman, to the point where towards the end of the waltz, it is obvious to her that you both are talking shit about her. You know what I mean? And that's the end of your waltz. Fantastically done. Well impressed.
Oh, I definitely, like, I look at her and I'm like winking, but then as soon as I walk away, I'm like guilt stricken. Like,
Fantastic,
fuck.
Nebia. That is the end of your waltz. However, Leon, what do you wish to do?
Yeah. Damn it!
She did a good job. She used what she learned through listening.
Yeah, really good.
Only I'll listen to
God
them.
damn. Okay.
You have this waltz, and one waltz left. I did put 5 in that clock. I'm sorry about that. It was supposed to be 4.
Okay, so there's only one more.
There's only 2. This one and another one. What do you wish to do?
Okay. God damn it. Okay. I think. Ooh, how am I gonna do this? I think a Leon is in that case. Depends. Can we? No.
Do you want to recap of what
Which is
has happened yet?
complicated. I think, yeah. Especially with Mahmoud, right? It was
Okay.
the
Lord Mahmoud
linkage
has
between
been
them.
impressed by Nebia once. Lady DeMarco has been impressed by Nebia and again. Lord Fabriel, I keep forgetting his beautiful name. Lord Fabriel has been impressed by Joy, and Messiah Alex has been impressed by Zala. Successfully once, not successfully the second one, sadly. No one has been danced with yet and convinced. and you have only 2 waltzes left. What do you wish to do?
I need. So you said that's especially with the inside check, right?
Everyone
Mahmoud
has been
was only
impressed once. Okay. There are people that, but no one has been convinced through a dance yet.
And Mahmoud and the magician lords were super keen on Zala and Nebia specifically, and the only one that could be impressed by the party in general would be the military guy, and now the lady, perhaps?
It is your choice. I'm not here to tell you what to do. It's D&D, boy.
Sure thing. Tell me, since someone has already been in contact with one of each, is it okay if I swoop in at the end of the dance, or
I
is
will
there not enough
allow
time
that.
to
Yes,
do
I will
both?
allow that. I will allow. Yeah.
Okay, because I really feel like Nebia should go to Mahmoud and get the dance in and just convince him. And maybe with this lower DC, I can just pick up the lady and do that. So Leon just like stares for a while as points to Mahmoud, and Nebia just goes to the lady, and they just go, what are you doing? And just looks around and starts thinking, no, that doesn't make sense. That also doesn't make sense. That doesn't make... And then he looks up after thinking, and he feels the song coming to an end, maybe like 20 seconds left or something, and sees Nebia leave and just bolts across the dance floor to the lady again and gives this furious, piercing look at Nebia, and walks up.
It's not bad.
Oh,
Lady, I
thought I vexed
back.
you enough on our first dance. Coming back for more? Are you a glutton
You
for
have
punishment, or is it something?
You have to do much better than that.
I don't
to
enjoy
keep
being
me
interrupted,
away
so
from
we're not starting
greatness.
on a very good foot.
That is Zoom, Antonio. That's not me.
Well, I feel the same way.
I have to admit
I don't know who
that
this
I
Zoom
spent
is, who you speak of, but he doesn't.
So annoying. You're the worst.
I have to admit that I spent the most entirety of this song just looking around to see who I could perhaps convince. But I have to concede. You were right. There is no one in this room at all that I would rather get the approval of but you. So here I am again, humbly requesting for a redo.
I was right, wasn't I? I hear that a lot. Well, your friend has been most kind in entertaining me with some friendly banter. Yes, I accept your attempt at dancing. Yet again, let's make sure that this one is a little bit better than the first one.
There is only one way to get better, huh? Try and try again.
I'm not teaching today. And he takes your hand.
But I am.
Ooh,
Takes
okay.
your hand, puts it on your waist, takes your hand, puts it on her shoulder, and they start dancing. Go ahead and roll me a performance check to see how you do in this dance. This is more stressful than the
There's
manticore.
advantage, right?
No.
It is advantage because I have these spells. to
Oh,
active, so-
okay. You do have it. Go ahead.
First
See, we
roll,
learn.
that's not too good.
16,
I'm rolling
amazing.
shit. 16 and then 18.
18?
Say exact same shit as before.
No, 18 doesn't cut it. Fuck.
I
Oh,
dare
depends.
say that the rustic charm of your squad might be making this dance more enjoyable than the first time around. The DC is lowered by 2 every single time. It was a 20 DC.
Holy shit.
I figured.
So you
Oh
make
my
the DC.
god.
So you make it. It was an 18, exactly.
Oh!
Does he make that noise in the dance too?
Otherwise, the check would go plummeting down.
Exactly. No, I don't think you could. You start to dance, and it might be because of like the impossibly high demand of what she was asking of you, but now this might be the most impressive dance that you've had in a long time, and you've been to quite many. And as you start to whiz past the different attendants of the ball, you find yourselves in whispered conversation. Liam, what do you say to Lady Candela DiMarco?
As the dance, as I'm hyper focused in the dance and kind of comes to a halt ever so slightly. Well, it was short because of that thing that the music was ending already. But I believe if there is something that kind of points around the room or gestures slyly around the room that everyone here will remember from tonight, maybe this. Even higher than the results of the trial, huh?
Maybe so. However, we are here to choose a winner. So let me ask you a very simple question, Mr. Ostband. And you feel like when she pronounces that name, there is a very specific weight. And you know exactly where that weight comes from. And she says, how does your family feel about you winning this trial?
My family, my lady, has nothing to do with my choices. I carve my own path. And if they want to stop me, then they'll have to try me like anyone else. Like the manticore, like yourself, like the lieutenants, anyone.
Well, my dear, don't let me stop you.
And she breaks a dance with a smile and returns to her original spot. The
Leon
walls
gives
have
a very
Backstory.
low, very, very tiny head bow in acceptance and mutual understanding and goes back to the group.
fantastic. For Joy's turn, Joy will spend her turn, and I'm not gonna take more time on this. Joy will spend her turn sparring this time with Fabriel. He accepts because of her performance right before, and they go into a friendly sparring match. He seems to be more testing her abilities than anything else. You know what I mean? But let me roll performance. Should this be performance or should this be strength? I'm gonna make it strength. What is her athletics? +6. Okay, Joy, 12 plus 6. That's an 18. Okay, that's successful. You see, as he seems pretty impressed by this sparring match, and Joy is successful on her second attempt to impress. And
Nice.
the waltz concludes. We come
I am
to the very last
shaking.
waltz, and in an interesting turn of events, the very last waltz has been is the the only person to be convinced so far is Lady Candela. Good job.
Yep.
She has to count for like 2 votes, right? She was. Okay. So,
Nebia, what
yeah.
the hell?
We got her, didn't we?
Yeah, but I
You
didn't
told
know
me.
what to do for
You
like.
pointed.
I pointed at
You
the
crushed
man.
it.
You're so lucky this went well. But yeah, it went well. I think we got her vote.
Oh.
Now, see?
Oh.
It's okay. We don't always have to have a strategy. And,
Wait,
you know,
wait.
maybe
We
it
don't
was
always
the
have to have a
plan all along.
strategy.
Nebia, I'm gonna just ask a question. Zala, did you remember we needed the votes of the people?
Zala just stays quiet, just looks down at his feet.
Zella got it, right?
All right.
You got it.
I got it. I think I've got it. I can talk to them
The vote?
and ask. I mean, I don't have it
You
yet.
got it.
Okay, I am
But I
so
will.
stressed.
Maybe.
Zala, Leon walks up to Zala, just puts one hand on each arm. Zala, please. This is very important. I feel like the man really likes you, but you need to convince him to vote for us.
They
If
go
the-
by they
I-
them, by the way.
They them.
Thank you. We need their vote, okay? I saw.
Okay.
I was looking for something to do while Nebia was talking with the lady, and I saw that the other person from the other squad kind of stole the show completely and just stood there.
They have
No,
a really
you need to
interesting
focus.
bracelet that helps with. Oh, okay.
Salah, now I'm pretty
My
sure
bo-
it's a very
My
interesting
sweet
bracelet.
boy.
But I need your vote. You have to promise me that you're going to get there, engage in some dancing, don't let the other person
Dancing,
steal them, and convince them. And this is me giving my last bardic inspiration to Zala.
Inspired. Hey!
Are we sure we should dance? I remember them mentioning they're not really a fan of dancing.
If you can
Above
convince them to
game,
get
can we
votes-
convince them outside of dance,
no.
or do you have to dance?
You
no.
have to
Okay.
dance.
Okay.
Can
someone
Kuja
listen to this.
waltz? I reiterate.
No. No, Kuja's worse than Zara is at anything like that. Okay.
Roll me.
The person
Wait, roll me
didn't
an.
want to dance either.
Roll me an insight. Yeah, I was about to say. Roll me an insight check.
I mean, I think I heard that the person didn't want to
You
dance
did.
anyway.
Yeah, they said that I
Yeah,
hope
so.
that they don't make me do something very hard.
Okay.
not good at
Okay. Okay.
You can do this.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Above game, I have an idea.
Same kind of nerd.
It's a match made in heaven.
All right.
Drac knows what to do now. Zara is still like, okay, I can't let my team down, kind of do.
Yeah,
All right.
that's the spirit. Leon, it's okay. She can't hurt you here.
No, she's done. I am so glad I don't have to go back there. But now where do I go? Perhaps I can take. Seems like Joy impressed the martial person. Perhaps I could go and.
Yes, I did. I'm very impressive, and I did impress him. Very good.
Okay. Do you want me to take over the convince part?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do that. So in that case, Nebia, please. I trust you, okay? You can do this. You said you had a connection with Mahmoud. Maybe you can exploit that.
I can.
Okay?
I can do it. Okay. Yep.
You screwed me over, but it worked, so I'm happy. But you can do this.
You're
And
welcome.
after all,
Okay.
because we leveled up and I boosted charisma, I have one more bardic inspiration, which
Another
I'm giving
more?
to Nebia.
I thought that you gave them
Yeah.
the last one to.
Yeah,
Have we leveled
because
up?
we leveled up. My
Oh,
charisma
you're
went
right.
up.
By the way, we did level up and we
Yeah.
forgot to roll HP, so we'll do
So
that at the
I
end of the session.
can use that spell slot that I have available.
Yes. Yes.
I
absolutely.
used it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do. I forgot to make a roll HP at the beginning of the session. We thought it would be fun to do for the stream. We'll do it at the end. It's fine.
Okay. Awesome.
That's it.
Fantastic.
I'm tapped out.
You're tapped out. Okay. So can I use the stuff that I leveled up?
You
with?
can use
Or not
your.
yet?
Yeah, you have another spell slot.
Yeah.
However, it is the start of the very last waltz. Let me reflect that through a beautiful.
Okay.
waltz.
Interesting.
Fantastic. So, Zala, I see you dashing
Yep.
towards your friend.
Zala is like a little bit embarrassed that he let his excitement get the best of him. His whole team is they believe in him and kind of need him to do this. So he's rushing over to, not rushing, he's trying to be very calm about it at this point. I think he's kind of almost sheepish, but he goes over to Alex Goldsworth and goes, sorry, I'm just going to interrupt real quick.
And as you
Alex-
do say that, you hear a voice saying, I'm sorry to interrupt real quick, but can I ask you to dance at the same time?
Oh, interesting. So I hope you don't mind if I take them first. It was very cool. Honestly, your bracelet was really interesting. I just want a chance to talk about something I was creating as well that I feel like you'd be really interested in, Goldsworth.
Oh, your monkey is really interesting too, but it's
Oh,
the last dance.
it's not my monkey. It's actually what my monkey has in its stomach right now. Hold on. And it's gonna bring Kuja off and open up the compartment in the stomach and pull out an alchemy jug, which is one of the things I can create.
How long does it take you to create that?
I already chose it. This is what I chose as was the two things I had. Yeah. So I pull that out and just say, this I feel like is something you'd be very interested in, Goldsworth. Could be very useful in general public, but I do. No offense, but I don't want anyone else to hear about it. It's something that I've been working on personally, and I would like to collab with you. Could we?
Go ahead and
Just
make a
go somewhere.
persuasion check.
Okay.
And I will say, because it is something that like they would be interested in, go ahead and do so with advantage.
Persuasion is not great for me, but okay, let's see.
And I will fight it with our friend
17.
17, okay. Is that with advantage?
Not with advantage. Let's see if it gets better. No, 10.
10.
So 17.
Well,
Okay,
our friend
advantage.
Amina is going to try as well, and they're just as good at charisma as you. Okay, our friend Amina rolled a 9. I really wanted you to make use of that bardic inspiration, but sad. You see
I'm saving
as
it.
Alex turns towards Amina and says, I'm so sorry, we will talk about the bracelet later, but I would just be very interested in seeing that jug. And I'm very interested in seeing how we're supposed to dance with the jug, how the jug is involved in the dance. I will take this dance gladly. Please don't make it very complicated. I'm not good at it.
Honestly, neither am I. We can just do like a very simple 2-step while I talk about what I've made. Is that okay?
That's, yeah, of course.
So there's like kind of doing a very simple 2-step, and he's just saying, so basically this alchemy jug I'm working on is a much smaller and more easy to carry around version than what most people are selling for, honestly, an extortionate amount of price. But basically what it does, you can put any liquid in it and ask it to produce a different liquid. So imagine, for example, you have I don't know, you have dirty water and you need clean water. Ask the jug to turn the dirty water into clean water, and now you can, I guess, quench the thirst of a village, or at least a small home. And I feel like in a world where these very basic necessities are lacking for people who aren't as well off as us, this could be a huge thing for the general public.
Well, that does remind me of a use I had for this, like the cantrip prestidigitation. It's not a particularly hard cantrip to learn, but we did use its cleaning abilities to clean and disinfect wounds in battle, and that was an extremely useful thing. However, instead of teaching everybody to use prestidigitation, we did enchant it into a specific wand, and then they go off. I needed to make me a performance check with advantage once again to see.
Performance.
If you-
Oh boy.
It's a
Okay.
Me and
performance,
Leon
you're
are
dancing.
fucking around, and Zala is
10.
solving safe drinking water.
10 and with advantage. 17. I'm gonna use budding inspiration anyway.
I think that there you go. Go ahead.
Is that a D6? What is it?
It's a
D6,
D6.
right?
D6.
Yeah.
D6.
Okay. So that's a 21 plus 4. So
With a
21.
21, I think that you start to dance and then you feel a scary presence of Leon and decorum and stuff like that, and then you start to correct your feet, and it's a 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. It's the bare minimum for a waltz, but it's nicely executed. It's a 21, and it seems like Alex seems comfortable with this exact level of difficulty. You know what I mean? And after a long, winding, insufferable conversation, they seem very pleased. Fantastic work.
So I know this is over, but I just want to quickly ask: would you like to eventually work together on this? Because I feel like we could make really incredible things and help the public quite a bit.
Oh
with
well,
this.
of course, yeah. I work at the academy and I work at the university. It is hard to find me most days because I am very busy, but I would love to speak
Understandable.
sometime, especially if you do become a shepherd. I spend a lot of time with the scholars, so of course, well.
It was great talking to you.
Good. Let's talk in a place where I don't have to dance next time.
Oh god, yes, I'd love that as well.
Fantastic work. Okay,
That's the end of my turn.
and that's the end of your turn.
All right.
Leon, Nebia, what do you wish to do?
Nevia can take first pass this time around, and I am heading over towards Lord Mahmoud Aboud, and I'd like to also cast prestidigitation on myself. And I'm making eye contact with him now across the room, and I'm again having my drum out. And this time I've added a bit of like a stomp with my foot with every like third beat, and every time I stomp, flames like shoot up from the ground, just like a little bit of a flare. And I'm replicating a dance that anyone who grew up around ports. Oh, we lost Nuno.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
we lost
But
Nina.
basically, anyone who grew up around
If the
ports
cameras
is
are
like south.
1 second, sorry. If the cameras are a little bit weird, it's because Nuno dropped. We will fix that like as soon as Nuno comes back. That'll be fixed. Sorry about the technical difficulties, anyone. It's good that we'll get through it. Don't worry. Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, so I was saying like, so with every stomp, bits of flames kind of like spark up out of my feet as I've casted Prestidigitation, and I'm playing a tune that anyone who grew up around the docks or towards the south of Port Gamello would instantly recognize. This is a tune people do at weddings, at celebrations when they've like laid down the foundation for a new boat, that kind of thing.
Fantastic. And as you start, the tune plays.
And am I rolling performance?
Well, you need to talk to him, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Are you gonna just
I
go
thought that was
now?
enough.
Dance.
No, so I'm stepping up to him and I'm starting with
Go
the
ahead.
first, and it's a very, very easy dance to pick up. The goal of it is like that other people will join in as well. And I look over to him and I say, let's show these nobles how we do it down south.
Little magic lady. Couldn't agree more. Let's.
Hey.
Now, you take. I don't think it's a waltz. You know what I mean? I don't think it's like a hand in
It's not.
shoulder, hand in thing. I think it's a much more like both facing each other and turning around on each other type of dance. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of like physical contact between them. It's more of dancing in unison while facing each other. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, go for it.
Fantastic. And as you do so, go ahead and make me a performance check to see how this goes.
Yeah. 25.
25! Nicely done.
Damn. Wait.
Yeah,
is that-
best
is
roll
that-
of the
Like,
night.
something.
Nebia, with dexterous palms, you tap on your tabla. And as you do, even without even wanting it, arcane energy escapes through the tips of your fingers. And as you dance, you see waves ripple that, with its sheer arcane knowledge and its sheer arcane power, you see as they almost disrupt the illusions around you. You know what I mean? They seems like the sheer dance and the sheer bardic energy that you're conveying through this very moment seems to be interfering with the magic around you. And for 1 second, you are in the ports of Port Gamello. For 1 second, you manage to switch and turn the illusions from something to something else. And for 1 second, a fleeting moment, you are in the southern ports of Port Gamello, and you are free, and you are hiding away and sneaking towards the lower districts to find the place where you feel like you belong. And Lord Mahmoud is with you, and you both dance. And wordlessly, you understand that you have his support. And as your song continues on,
Go.
you feel eyes piercing at the back of your neck. And very suddenly, you are aware of how you're dancing in front of who you're dancing. And you let me know how that feels.
Nebia definitely misses a beat as she feels that pressure towards her, and she tries to play it off as like a playful stumble, and with that she less than carefully thanks him for his time and takes her leave back to the front of the ballroom where
And
her
as
friends are.
you feel a weight on your shoulders, and you've never known that a look could weigh. But you do feel it, and it's like a pressure pulling you down from your shoulders into the ground. Fantastic work, Nebia. The music dies down. Good job.
Hey, that was fun.
Was that? I'm glad to
That
hear.
was fun.
Leon, no, it wasn't. I'm glad to hear. Leon, let's see if you have fun. What do you wish to do? Oh, Nuna's not here yet.
No, he is. He is. We just can't hear you, bud.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Oh no,
I am.
yeah, now we can hear him.
We can hear you. Are
I
you
was
back in?
muted.
You're back in camp too. Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
everything's good.
You
Everything's
might have to
good.
switch. You might have to switch me and Nunu when you're on cam.
Yeah, your cameras are switched, but
Well, whose fault
why
is
would
that?
we do that? Tracks, obviously.
I'm sorry.
Give me 1 second, you guys. Go ahead and tell me
why
what
don't
you
we
wish
do
to
that?
do. I'm gonna try to do that as soon as possible.
Exactly. Leon's gonna steal himself and think, well, nothing can be worse than that. Thinking about the lady, so he's just gonna waltz up there and engage in dancing. You got this, Leon. And he starts walking briskly and with confidence towards Count Fabriel of Towers. And with a simple clear of throat, excuse me, Count?
And as you say that, you hear another cough and another "excuse me." As you see Joaquim, leader of Squad J, come up towards Count Fabriel. Says, "Oh,
Ah,
Leon,
Joaquim. Nice to see you here.
you wanted to
I-
dance with the Count."
I did. I'm terribly sorry. I'm gonna have to take this dance if you don't mind.
That's
okay?
no problem. Let's settle this. And then he brandishes his sword.
So you have to fight him.
You've asked for it. And
And you see as
Leon
Count Fabriel just
sheathes
looks at
his
you
rapier.
and looks at this, and he says, "I've never been a fan of dancing. You could do that, and I will pick the winner. How about that? And then I don't get to dance. Are we okay with that? Are you okay with that?" He points to Joaquin. Says, "Yeah." And he points towards you. Are you okay with that?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
I feel
fantastic.
nothing.
Good. Let's go.
Antonio, is it
Do it,
important
do it,
that I need my extra HP now?
So what we're gonna do is a duel, but not a duel to the death, right? So no one is hitting to kill. I'm gonna play it with performance and strength, right?
Nice.
So performance is gonna let you do either a dexterity attack or a strength attack, right? With advantage. If your performance is good, you get that to do with advantage. If you don't, you know what I mean? You do that with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Oof.
Can I do anything?
You are very busy dancing, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
This all happens
How
at the
this
same
works
time.
is, I don't know if you've seen fencing, but fencing doesn't end when you die. That's not how fencing
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Fencing is when you score 1 point, right? You have 3 points. So imagine if you had 3 HP. As a matter of fact,
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Fun.
I'm gonna
I'll do it for
take
myself.
Your heal. Oh, you can do it for yourself.
Yeah, and you do it for the NPC.
Yeah, of course. And I'm gonna change max cell. Hold on. 2, 3. Set max health. Fantastic. And we're not gonna bother with initiative just for this. You have the higher dexterity mod. I'm guessing. What is your dex mod?
+3 dex.
In that case, you do have the higher dex mod. He is a strength-based fighter. So, fantastic. In that case, you
Awesome.
start first. Whoever loses the first 3 HP, you basically have to beat an armor class. Does that make sense? If you beat the armor class, you take 1 HP out. Does that make sense?
Of course.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
Let's get to dueling.
All right.
It's time to duel. Sorry, I had to do.
Okay, I have a question. I have another question. While I'm dancing, can Cujo do something?
Oh.
What do you wish to do?
I want to use Cujo to cast Hex on this person and get him disadvantage on all strength stuff.
You know what? No, you're too busy.
Damn it.
As you're familiar with
That's fair, that's fair.
it. Sorry. You know I'm a permissive DM, but
No, that's fair.
Yeah, it's
Even
fine.
when I was asking, I was like, I knew it was a stretch.
no. You see, as Fabriel for once has a smile, he goes, "This is much more exciting than I thought it would be." Okay, combatants, get to it. Leon,
With
it's your
high
first turn.
flourish. Yeah, with a high flourish of the rapier. I feel like he unsheathed it to accept and then sheathed it again, just so he'd have an excuse to flourishly unsheath it once more and point at Joaquin and just say, "No hard feelings, huh?" And
I don't know what those are.
I would like to. Nice. I would like to attempt to do a very, very flourished lunge, and try and do a touche.
Go ahead and make me a performance check to see if you have advantage. The DC is. How would I calculate this very quickly? I'm gonna contest it against his because he has a higher AC than you, but he has a lower performance check. So that's how we're gonna do it.
Sounds good. I still have enhance ability on, so that will be at advantage.
How long does that last? An hour.
That's 25 or 15.
You look so disappointed.
Me? No, I'm happy when my players succeed. I just want to make it as hard as possible for you. That is a 7 plus.
Nice.
It's a +1. So there you go. Very impressive. Fantastic. So
Yeah.
it does hit. Go ahead and he will take 1 damage.
Touche.
You say touche.
Yeah, I do.
Fantastic. And with that, Joaquin said, like, he just gives you a cocky smile and he's going to attack you. Okay, so that is a 16 plus 5. Does that hit? 21.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm guessing. I think that, like, you see as he takes an enormous, like, a big greatsword, too big for his size, and somehow he just, like, wields it, and he's about to, like, slash, like, about to cut into your side, and you see as the sword just goes, bing, stops it right the second that he's just gonna hit you, and he says, Tochi, or whatever, I did it, you lose 1.
Leon kind of goes, my clothes! And then, you know...
No, he didn't cut anything. It was perfect. It was just a poke. You take -1. I think that, like, that dex is going to be the end of it. It might just be, like, because you rolled the dex. There you go.
Maybe. Where did he hit with the greatsword?
It hit you to, like, in your side. Your hips.
Abdomen. Yeah, nice. In that case, Leon will very fancily spin around the flat edge of the greatsword, and with the other arm just grab onto the hilt and just touch the shoulder, or attempt to touch his shoulder.
Go ahead.
As he takes advantage of the
make a performance check to
length
see
of his weapon.
Yeah, go ahead and I forgot to make a performance check. Well, he won. That's fine. Go ahead and make a performance check to see if you have advantage.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, that will be either a 24 or a 24.
24. And I'm going to contest 24. That with his. And he rolled a 15 plus 1. So, no. It does. You guys go ahead and grab advantage. Go ahead and roll for attack.
Okay. In that case, let's see. That is very bad. And there is a 23 to hit.
That was a 7 and a 23. The 23 does hit. God damn it. Go ahead and... Okay, he takes 1. Fantastic. Cool beans. Is that his turn now? So he's gonna do the performance check. I forgot. Okay, that is a 12. Go ahead and just contest that with your own performance.
Well, that's either a 15 or a 24.
That's it. It's fine. So... You don't have to rub it in his face, okay? He just takes his weapon. This time swings back into you, and you with the guard of the rapier, you manage to take the greatsword away. And it impacts against the floor, and it leaves like a crack in it. Fantastic. So he doesn't give advantage on his next attack, but that is a 19 plus 5. So this is, yeah, it does. Does a 20 something hits? I was about to take a damage dice. Okay, so you take 2 hits. If you don't win this one, he wins. You better lose. I want that so bad. Okay, let's go.
Oh no. Okay. Again,
have you been taking your HP on? No, you haven't. Go ahead and take 2.
Do
you want me to do it?
Okay. No, done it. There we go. Very fast, very easy and convenient.
Wow, our platform, everybody.
Wow.
So easy. So refreshing, so delicious.
You described the sword kind of hits the ground and cracks.
Yeah, it hits the ground, and then like he picks it up again and swings it up, and then it like all like touches like your Adam's apple for 1 second, and he goes touchy again.
This guy is brilliant. I love him. I love him so much. With that, I think Leon's gonna throw the rapier up a little bit and grab it by the flat. And with the guards, twist the great sword and then catch the pommel with the other hand and just try and connect that way, taking the great sword off his neck and lunging once more towards him.
Go ahead and make a performance check to see if you manage to get advantage. 18.
Well, that is 18 for the first and 12, so 18.
18. Okay, he rolled a 19 plus 120, so no, you don't have advantage. Fuck you. Go ahead. Yeah.
So it all hinges
Yeah.
on this one roll.
It's one roll.
There we go.
All right. All right.
That is
18.
an 18 to hit.
It doesn't. You do I really thought this was the one that you were gonna lose. Okay, I'm not gonna take that away because he will like become invisible for 1 second. But you see as go ahead and describe to me how you finish this duel.
Yeah, so as I said, I think as he locks the... Actually, yeah, let's do that. As he locks the edge of the greatsword in the guard of his rapier, he twists with like torque of the blade and kind of wrenches the greatsword off his control and kind of goes down. And with that, he just reaches into his belt super quick, takes a dagger, and just pokes him on his breastplate.
You see as he like looks at you, looks down, and he's like, "Oh, you did it! You won! Oh, he won, everybody!" Oh.
I guess I did, yeah. That was pretty impressive, though.
Oh, well, it was very fun. It was certainly more fun than the rest. Well,
I have
congrats.
to admit, I spent the entire evening talking, and I like it, but this was fun.
It was fun for me too. Okay. Well, I'm gonna see if I can convince one of these stuck-up guys. See you. Bye. And
See ya.
just like takes off. Gives like, and then he takes off, and then he comes back. He's oh yeah, oh, right. My lordy, and then he like leaves.
The best.
Fantastic. I think that's the end. It's and then
That-
Joy helps.
Helps.
Joy helps. You know.
Wow.
Listen,
Oh, I love it.
Joy
Megan,
is
we miss you.
Joy. Megan, we miss you. Joy is very busy securing. She's investigating who is an illusion and who isn't.
Okay.
And with that, the waltz come to an end. No more actions can be taken. You were asked. You hear the voice of Lord Alfonso very clearly, once again, resonating through the halls. The two squads, please go back to your starting positions. And you see as all the dwarves make their way towards their starting position, which means one of the sides of the here, you guys. You started here.
Okay.
And you see as slowly the 4 members of the ball jury make their way towards the bottom of the stairs.
Over here, Joey.
Oh, Joy, I forgot about Joy. Poor Joy comes and joins us. There you go.
Everyone's hushing. Joy,
Joy.
here. Come.
Joy was very busy looking at those illusory food stuffs, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, of course," and then she heads towards you. You see, as for 1 single second, the ball music dies, and Lord Alfonso steps away from his table and joins the 4 judges. You see as he raises one hand in the air and just does a simple. I think that he takes a second, looks at the different, the 4 different judges, raises one hand in the air, and and with that, the lights die down instantly. And with that, you feel everything turn dark except for one specific spotlight. The spotlight dances around the arena for 1 single second and lands on the 4 judges and the free lieutenant. Squads, people of Port Gamello, we must crown a winner of this trial. Will the dancers step forward? You see, as the 4 dancers take 1 step, Alfonso stays at the base of the stead. They confer between each other for a second. They look, and with 1 look, they tell everything. Some of you, the most arcane, the ones that are more versed in the arcane, do recognize very quickly that they're using the message cantrip to talk with each other without being heard. And you can't hear their voices. Have you decided on a winner? And you see as Lady Candela takes 1 step forward. And she says, "We have," Alfonso says, "I may remind our squads that in the event of a tie, Lady Candela breaks the tie." You see as people rise from their seats. The winner is Squad B. And she just opens her arms, and with that, with thunderous applause, the spotlight dies down, and in its difference, you come back to a less illusory ball, and the crowd cheers with your name being selected. You are the winner of the very first round.
Oh, B. Okay, we're squad.
I was like, yeah, well, what a wild. I was like, can you guys be more excited, please?
Oh no, because I heard B. We're squad E.
What did I say?
You said B.
Oh, sorry, it's Squad E.
So I was like, what?
Who the fuck is Squad B? Well, I guess we'll find out about that. Squad E. Sorry, Squad B is on my mind. Squad E. I'm so sorry. I was like, wow, they really are not interested, are they?
No, we were like, wait, Squad B, did we lose? I was like, who's Squad B?
Squad E. I'm so sorry. I think that Lady Candela just looks at you and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought it'd be funny. Squad E." And then the crowd goes, "What?" Even let's make it canon. No, it was not.
We won!
We did it!
We did it. Okay.
Fantastic.
Good job, Salah!
Oh my god, it's fucking Squad B, I'll kill you.
I can swear to you, it was not on purpose. I was like, Squad B. Wait, no! Squad B is on my mind.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
And with that, I think it's a really good place to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think my heart could handle anymore. I'm so stressed.
Well, I hope that everybody.
Hugging everyone.
I'm sorry, what?
Group hug, group hug, group hug.
Yeah, we're just going around hugging everyone.
Joy pulls you in her 70 feet long arms
70 feet.
into a huge hug. She goes,
I'm so happy that we win.
I can't believe, how dare you take this from us right now?
"Oh, wait."
This is insult to injury with Squad B.
Squad B. Okay, you guys, we
Squad
did it.
B.
It's the very first round. Wow. Okay,
Oh my god.
managed to do it. Okay, fantastic.
Success!
Success. That was. I hope you had fun. Did you guys like it?
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
fun though.
That was really, really fun. I love that the ball rolls a lot, and I was, that was interesting. That was very, very interesting.
I rolled pretty well
Holy
considering that
shit.
for like the charisma stuff. I actually rolled pretty decently.
Yeah.
Considering I had like
Yeah, exactly.
0 in those.
goddamn.
Yeah. So I hope that our dear viewer.
I
Oh, go
flubbed
ahead.
it. No, I was just saying I flubbed it more than I expected I would.
I think you did fantastic.
Which matches
actually.
Nebby at all confidence.
And I'm so excited to finally get some backstory stuff out of you. Next session, though.
Yeah.
Next session. Next session is gonna be a little bit like less stressful. We're gonna take some time to recuperate, but we are starting with a little bit of adventures outside of the Shepherd Trials, waiting for the second trial to come. I'm very excited to do that. I hope you like this look like behind the screen. Now you see what I go through. I hope that everybody liked seeing how like the platform works and how I specifically run a session in Multiverse. There's 1,000 ways to run it, and as you can see, you can do pretty much whatever. And I think that we had some really fun play here. Megan, we missed you. Kyle, we miss you. We love you. However, we have a very specific code word to give to our dear, dear, beautiful viewers that I hope liked it as much as you did. What could it be? I was thinking about this while the trial was happening, and I have two. It's either Candela or Touche. What do we feel? Which one do we like better?
Ooh, I like touche.
Touche sounds
Touche?
fun. I like touche.
Let me
Yeah,
write
you
it
don't have to
for-
worry about the accent, but
Yeah, you don't have to do the accent, don't worry. Let me write it for our dear, dear viewers using our titles.
And no, the spelling is totally open to pronunciate. It's
okay. Is that-
spelling's totally open to interpretation. Yeah.
Touche.
I mean, I will say
Spelled like so.
looking for it will be easier
Yeah.
if you spell it correctly.
Touche spelled like so. I can also spell it as a little
Yes, that's Touche.
Touche. And with that, remember that in order to have the chance to win a Discord Nitro subscription for one entire year, you can just go into our Discord and make a sentence. Don't be lazy. Don't just say touche exclamation point. Make a sentence with the word touche in it, and you may be the winner of an entire year subscription to Discord Nitro. It could be you. It's not going to be me, but it could be you. So do it for me.
We will message the winner first thing tomorrow morning as in
Super
the
important.
EST version of morning. Yeah.
Super important that you claim that super quickly or you don't get it. So go ahead and keep your Discord open. Exactly.
There's a time limit.
There's a time limit, so that's one, okay?
Yeah.
So with that, I think that's the end of our episode. I think it's the end of our very first trial.
Yeah.
Crazy, you guys, we did it.
We did do it.
Was it more stressful?
Thank
Was
you.
this more stressful than the Manticore, or was it? Or was this? less?
Absolutely. Almost done it.
I personally,
I
honestly,
was more stressed with the Manticore.
yeah, I was more stressed with Manticore. Honestly, with this, one, I think you already said that you had plans for if we failed. And two, honestly, just storytelling wise, it'd be very interesting if we did, like where we'd go from there. But so, like, honestly, both Zana and Drac were like, weren't really bothered if we failed or succeeded.
Well,
We noticed.
yeah.
We could
Listen,
tell.
Zana did really well for the
That's
person. You know, yes, I did what my character would do, but it still worked.
It's
I
what
didn't
my
do it to a
character
detriment.
would do. It's
I
what my
didn't do it to the
character would
detriment
do.
of the game, though.
Okay,
That's
everybody.
true, yeah.
Well, we love you having you. We loved having you here. I hope you liked it as much as we did. If you liked it, you can wait for us next week. Next week, however, we should have a stream of the Shepherd Trials. That might things may happen, but normally we are on at the exact same time here on Twitch to see what we do next. And I think you're gonna like it. It's a very weird adventure, and I'm very excited to run it. If you are excited, please come watch us. We love you. We miss you. We miss you, Meg. We miss you, Kyle. And we miss you, viewers, already. We'll see you very soon. Our send off, everybody. Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See you guys soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. We love you. Bye-bye.